Hello and welcome to BB on Blast with me, Gaz.
And me, Lindsay.
Now there is a plague on this podcast tonight.
Totally
my
fucked.
the big brother, the BB hacker hacked my computer to begin with, and it started out with a flashing question mark, and then
That was like a Pandora's box.
that was so weird. I thought, what the fuck is this? Um, and then I just removed Lindsay from the call, and she couldn't get back in when I was just trying to unpin her video. So here we go again.
How rude. But yeah, we were like 3 hours in at that point. No, not really. Um,
Only not even 3 minutes, luckily.
yeah. I don't think we started that great anyway, although this is probably worse. So, BB, we were saying we don't like Big Brother Canada when it goes our way. We want to moan about it.
Yeah, I suppose actually it is sort of going rather well for viewers like us this week.
In
Would you
a
say?
in a way, in a way, like it's entertaining, but then the people I like are going.
Oh God,
So it's a
yeah,
mixed bag.
yeah, I'm a little. Well, we'll come to this later. Actually, I won't talk about this now.
Oh shit! Yeah, I need my notes.
Um, but yeah, I feel like it's been a good week for the game, but I don't know if that's like as interesting as I don't know being able to bitch about people's I don't know stupid things they've been saying or shit like that.
So you're saying you want the racism back?
Oh,
Is that what you're saying?
well, no, but I'm saying at least it provokes a debate. Like I don't know if today we've got any issues to go into. Like
I don't think we've got issue. I don't want the issues that we're divided. That how do you have to? But I want to have good TV to talk about, and if
you
it's
want
not
good TV?
people saying offensive things, so much the better. Although we have got some of that this week too. Harry, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, we
Be a
just got onto
professional
that.
podcast here. Yeah, I was saying that I watched live the eviction, and it kind of ruins my experience.
Why does it ruin your
Exper-
experience?
it just reading other people's opinions. I just think I don't agree with that. That's not my opinion. I don't want to hear that. I just want to spout off my own opinion on my own podcast.
Is that where
Oh,
you
shit!
chose to look at the hashtag?
Ah! Yeah, help! I've got a tail in my face.
I mean,
Harry, get down.
that should be part of the enjoyment of watching it at the
I
same
don't
time as
think I,
everyone else. No.
I don't think I experienced Big Brother in that way. I don't. And then it's funny because I was just listening to a podcast. I do enjoy listening to podcasts about it. And Taran was saying, um, like, oh, you don't get that excitement if you don't watch the live feeds of like not knowing who's going to stay and go. Like without that, what's the point in watch? If you know what's going to happen, what's the point in watching to me? But that's just me. That's
If
just
you
how I
know
watch
what's
it.
going to happen, as in if you've watched the live feed, what's the point in watching the show?
Yeah, yeah, and you know, like the veto, who's won the veto, and blah blah blah. I just think it just makes it boring. Yeah, makes the actual show boring, which the end product is the actual show. And on the other podcasts, it's always like, oh, it's all about the life is the strategy. To me, it's about sitting down and watching a good TV program.
Yeah,
Call
that
me
makes
a
sense.
filthy casual, but that's what I'm watching it for. To be like, yay, woo, whatever,
I think that, I mean,
woo.
I only listen to Judy Girl and I hear, like, obviously, Jack, I keep doing this, Zach. Zach is
That's
obviously,
James and Zach is Jack.
Zach is obviously the casual in that scenario, and James
He's the
sometimes
you.
has insight from the live feed. And,
Mm,
there is like, I think there's something to be said experiencing Big Brother in this way because Big Brother is supposed to be like a live event, by the way, Australia. Um,
yeah.
so like I feel like you might feel that you get more of it if you do watch it live and you get
Oh,
more
and
out of
you
it.
you undoubtedly do get more of it. You get
But
a
I
lot more, and it's a
but it's
completely different experience.
yeah, but I think it's like you say, it's actually in this format, it's kind of detrimental to the way you can enjoy the show. Whereas
Mm,
in UK Big Brother, like you can watch live feed and it doesn't matter, like
mm,
because of the nature of the way they edit it every day and you see what happens every day. So what's the worst that can happen is you find out who's nominated a little bit
mm,
early. But in
mm,
this version, like you say, if you're watching live, then you find out who won veto, who won HOH, etc. Kind of does make the edits a little bit superfluous, doesn't it?
mm. And also there's this whole thing about how, the what they're showing on the show isn't matching what happens on the live feed. I personally don't give a fuck. I just want a good TV show. I want an entertaining TV show. And I was talking to Alfie when I was watching it last night, and he was telling me, the ins and outs of this and that. And in a way, I was thinking, I don't want to know these ins and outs. I just want to know, like, I, I just want, I don't know. I'm being blissful in my own ignorance, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
I do want to know the ins and outs. I don't know what I'm saying
Well,
here.
it's a catch-22. You want to know the ins and outs, but you don't want to be spoiled on big things like competition results. And you can't possibly have both unless
No.
you have it after the fact, I
Yeah,
suppose.
which is the way I do it with listening to other podcasts. Anyway,
So
whatever.
we were talking about watching live feed earlier in the week, and I
Oh
was
yeah,
struggling
you
to.
have been watching live feed, haven't you?
Wow, I was struggling
Come
to
on.
access the feeds, but now I've been helped out by Alfie Sheldon. Um, you plug in today.
Uh, this thing I've got, I can't bloody see it from
Seco. It's called
Lidl.
Seco.
Secco Frizzanti Secco Bianco.
The
That
fuck?
sounds like a classy drink in a can. I bet it's horrible. Sorry, carry on.
um, yeah. So I've like had the feeds on in the background, but I've only ever been bothered to watch the morning because basically because of the time zones throughout most of the day, like they don't wake up until about 1 p.m. our time. So
Oh, okay.
I've seen a lot of people sleeping, which in a way is
Oh,
nostalgia.
that's the best bit.
Yeah, yeah, because I remember like putting on E4 at night and seeing people sleep. But
It's actually quite nice.
but in the morning you're never really going to hear strategy talk or game talk. So I can tell you about like Tara's morning routine where she puts about a million creams on her face, but I
Mm,
can't tell you any insights from Tina having a talk with whoever in the storeroom because I don't watch that much of it.
mm. That's the shit. I want to hear the morning routines and the what they're saying in their
Well,
sleep and things like that.
this is the thing, and when I thought about like what I enjoy about watching Big Brother, it's just like watching people. So
Mm,
actually, watching people get up in the morning kind of suits me. Even if I was
mm.
watching live feed, I probably wouldn't be there focused in on a strategic chat. I'd be more interested in like what Jedson's making for breakfast this morning or something.
Mm.
Because
And
I'll get
and
that and I'll get the condensed version of the strategy in the show anyway, right?
and the funny thing is, if there weren't the spoilers on the live feed, which I know is an oxymoron, I would watch the live feed as well. On BBUS when they used to have After Dark, which was that 3 hour show. I used to just watch that like a week late, so I
They
was kind of
they
like getting the best of both worlds.
they do produce that for Canada still.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's only on the website, I think. So
I was
it's
going to say I've
hard to
not seen that
access for
anywhere.
us.
Mm. This cat's licking his bum. Anyway, let's get into the notes because we need to get on. Get on. So it was the whole flip where they were going to flip on Josh and then they didn't. And they had the whole flash. They had the whole flashback of what happened. Is this one you didn't take notes for?
No, no, I have got notes for this one. I just they weren't open because I was looking for instructions on how to fix my Mac a minute ago. Um, oh yeah, this was actually a really good episode, wasn't it? I
Yeah, I've
thought
got that written down too.
where Latoya decided to flip, but didn't want to expose the sunsetters.
Yeah, she couldn't quite pull it off, could she?
No. I've got a quote. We're doing the flip. Are you on board or not? She went around being like, "We're
Yeah,
doing it. Are you on board?" And then Victoria's
yeah,
like, "No, no."
yeah. I like that though. Someone actually bothering to do something, strong arming people, making a move. But the fact that she left the next week kind of doesn't encourage people to sort of do shit like that in the future, does it?
Oh, well, you say that, but actually, there were two strong plays here, weren't there? Like there
Hmm.
was Latoya trying to flip, and then Victoria resisting the flip,
Hmm.
which for someone to see someone like Victoria stand against the strongest alliance in the house was kind of the story we never get to see, but always want to see. I thought.
Thank you. Agreed. I was so shocked that it was happening that I almost couldn't believe it because it's so unusual to actually get what you want and have what you want happen. And to
The only
have
thing is,
someone put under
go on.
pressure and still just do exactly what the fuck they want. That was fucking cool.
The only thing I'm worried about is I think Victoria's now fucked this week.
Oh yeah, she's completely fucked.
Rohan said it was an absolute scramble to go and get the votes to get me out the door. Someone's been
Hmm.
watching BBAU. The old scramble came
Oh
back.
God. Yeah,
Um,
and they've been saying something else from BBAU quite a lot as well.
what else have they been saying? Strat chat.
Come on, guys.
The strat chat.
The line in the sand.
That is not Big Brother Australia. That's Canada. It's Veronica. I just
What am
sound
I
Australian
thinking?
when I do it. Or
I keep,
the line in the
I keep
sand.
getting that confused with something else.
Oh, turn over any life is what you get
That's it.
mixed up with.
They sound familiar. Oh, I liked this, and I bet you did too. Um,
What's
when
that?
they were showing the flashback, and it was like 30 minutes to the eviction,
Oh yeah, I
15
like that.
the
Big Brother
eviction. It's
voice.
like, ooh, it's like exciting. It felt like it was all coming on top. And Alfie told me that, see, this is some inside information that's interesting. They did the nom ceremony like a day earlier than they normally do. I don't know if it was just to like put pressure on them, but that's why that conversation was so heightened. Oh no, hold on, that's
The
something else.
veto ceremony, I
Never
think.
mind.
The veto ceremony, I think, wasn't it?
Moving on.
Um,
Is that the
five.
voice of Big Brother on that voiceover? That's what I don't know.
Yeah, but it's a recording, isn't it?
But is it actual Big Brother?
Yeah, that's the actual Big Brother.
Oh, good.
The other ones are just his little helpers. Haven't you heard? Yeah, 5 minutes before they had to do the vote, right? Yeah, the vote.
The eviction. Yeah,
Latoya,
it's
the
confusing
eviction.
because it's the nominations episode, but it's a flashback. That's why it's a bit confusing.
So 5 minutes before they have to go and make the decision, Latoya basically concludes that they don't have the numbers.
And apparently this flipped back and forth like 10 times.
But we didn't see that. What we didn't see
No,
because we weren't watching the live feed.
no, but I heard about it, so that's fine.
And then Kiefer like pulled this stupid ass move, didn't he? Where he goes and tells Kyle that it's Victoria's idea to
Yeah,
flip the vote. It's so misguided.
my favorite thing about that was just them having that conversation in the ball pit. I want to see more conversations in the ball pit. Don't you think it's fun?
Let's talk about the ball pit.
I love the ball pit.
But what is the point of the ball pit if they don't have to sleep in the ball pit? That's supposed to be the have not room, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
And apparently
Unless
it's
it's
not
got a
being used.
secret door in it or something like that. A butt veto.
I just, I think it's nothing more than a ball pit, to be honest. You know, Big Brother Canada, they like to do these things like, remember that random alarm that would go off and I think it meant nothing in the end.
Oh yeah, it was like the roulette thing.
Yeah,
And Kelly was
the
it?
high roller
That was
room or
it.
something.
Yeah, it's like ding 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 ding. Like nothing happened. Thanks for nothing, Canada. Yeah, I know. Just like this Teams twist that just ended after 2 weeks.
Actually,
Like what?
I got something
Whatever.
to say about that. So I was watching, just randomly came up when I was on YouTube. Jessica from Big Brother US, I think 20 BB 21.
Ew,
Do you remember
yeah,
her?
yeah.
She has like her own podcast, and it's called, I forgot what it's called. Sorry, Jessica.
She's boring.
Girls, girls, something, something. Anyway,
Right.
she did a video podcast about Big Brother Canada,
Did she?
and she had on there Cindy with an S,
Hmm.
Jamar,
Hmm.
and
I take it back.
Anthony.
Sounds good.
And Anthony, you don't like Anthony, though, do
I, d- I don't know. I'm not sure.
you? um,
He's a bit
and,
big for his boots.
oh yeah. Um, it's the pretty boys through and through, isn't it? So yeah, they were discussing the launch and stuff, and the housemates and things, and people making comparisons with former house guests and whether that was fair or not fair. Anyway, Jamar was like, I'm I can't believe that they like didn't bring players back from my season. And
Hmm.
he actually highlighted the fact that the teams were called Destiny and Defender,
Yeah.
and that they should have had a bedroom of BB8 housemates defending their house against the
Yeah.
new people. And actually, that would have been pretty cool.
I don't know why they didn't do that. I really don't.
Maybe they planned to, but couldn't pull it off for COVID-related
Maybe.
reasons or something.
I just, I do think it's a shame for the BB-8 people.
Yeah, but also, but the team's called Destiny and Defender. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe there's something in that.
Yeah, I don't get that. I just don't get the whole thing. I don't get the names. I don't get the fact that it only lasts 2 weeks. I just don't get it. It's just,
And I also don't get the fact that we're still talking about it three
I know
weeks later.
it's just a mystery. It's just, never mind.
um, Kyle told Victoria what Kiefer had said,
Mm,
to which I've written he's fucked. I guess that means Kiefer. Sadly not.
yeah.
Victoria said, I'm the one who fucking stopped it. I like how they kind of I feel like in the US Big Brother, I know that they might bleep out an odd swear word here or there, but they dipped it in BBCAN. But I
Mm.
like hearing people swear. It's more like real life. I don't know why. I always feel like Canadian people are more real in the Big Brother house than US housemates
I
to me
think it's because
somehow.
I think it's because they're more like us.
Yeah, I do too.
Mm.
They spell mum with a U. Uh,
Mumsy.
didn't Victoria? Yeah, when denying this, Victoria said she swears over her dead foster mum's life. I think.
Yeah, and then she
There's a
said,
problem there.
"Sorry, sorry, grave." Like, oh, that swear ain't worth the paper it's written on. Sorry. It's like, I don't believe you. It's a good thing to swear on, though. Like, what's going to happen? Like, if you're actually lying and you swear on someone's grave, nothing.
No.
Just like if you swear on
And
someone's
their
life,
life,
nothing. And her
unless
dog as well. I think she swore on a dog too. Oh, we missed that. You missed something.
what's
Rose
that?
said people were going from room to room, mixing. No, he didn't say mixing, but he did. He said talking to people they shouldn't be talking to. There you go.
What? Who's he to say who people should and shouldn't talk to?
Because they were trying to get him out. Remember
Well,
that was in the
he
flashback bit.
he promised he would be Canada's villain, and I don't see it happening yet.
Yeah, fuck you, Rohan. Um. So,
Oh, the HOH comp continued finally.
hmm.
We got to see everything we'd already seen again, which was a little bit frustrating for me. But
Yeah. What the fuck?
what I did realize was that even though last week I was like, oh, it's a bit too early. I think they're kind of randomly picking these pairings. There's nothing really in it. There's definitely something in it. And
Hmm.
they put logic to their decisions in this
Of
episode. I
course
was like,
they, of
okay,
course they did. You pick two people you don't like to go up against each other, don't you?
yeah.
No. So maybe someone you like. No, actually,
Someone who you
no.
want to like a pairing that you want to split out of the
Yeah,
run in,
yeah,
basically.
like Ty and Jed or something.
Yeah. Tara said that saying names forces you to show your cards
Mm,
and that there's a big divide in the house. So they were sort of twitching about having to do that. It
mm.
kind of is a shit stir task of the Canada format, isn't it?
It is actually. It's a strategic shit stir.
Yeah.
I didn't like the outfits they were wearing.
I mean, what was the brief for those outfits? Like it's like
Blue and green.
office wear.
It's gross. Have you noticed? I heard on another podcast. Basically, this podcast is just where we discuss things people have said on other podcasts. Um, it's like Gogglebox. They were saying like they don't actually make people dress up in fancy dress on Big Brother Canada like they do.
Puddlecocks.
Actually, that's quite good. Um, it's true. Do they make people
What?
dress up in fancy dress on? Oh yeah, they do because they made Braden dress up in
A
that bingo
bingo
ball.
ball. Yes, because
Never
it was a
mind.
sponsorship deal, wasn't it?
Uh, I love bingo. Anyway,
Um,
um,
I'm sure there's other instances of people having to do a punishment in a costume
yeah, I'm
in
sure that
Canada, but what I don't, it's not as obvious as in like American Big Brother. It's like you
no,
know it's coming, like the V Toads or
yeah, but they. I feel like it's more humiliating in US.
the camping thing where you have to like go and pitch a tent in the
Oh
garden
god,
and like
oh
fucking grill a sausage or something.
god, yeah. Can't believe
It's
you
so
remember that.
stupid. Yeah, I didn't like it at the time, but it's making me laugh now.
In retrospect, those were
Yeah.
the golden days. Not really. So the only notable thing from the competition was Rohan threw it because he didn't want to get the blood on his hands, which I thought was interesting.
Well, that and Victoria's lip matching her hair, which I thought was a good look. Did you not notice
Victoria's
that?
look good all week.
Apart from like the sort of flats blouse and like high waisted trousers, like I'm just going down to copy something on the fourth floor. Look.
No, I was thinking more of the pink. The pink. I like the pink lipstick, the pink hair, the key earrings. I like.
Oh, the key earrings were good, especially for HOH.
Mm. So Victoria won, and she won a gift card as well. I'm not sure what that was for. Um,
Oh, the lottery, didn't she?
oh,
That's
was it for the lottery?
the lottery that sponsors it. Yeah.
Right. Um, now what?
Why have I got Maison de Slop written down here? Is this to do with the HOH?
I don't know. Is that where Victoria's going with their gift card? So, Victoria said, "Now, what do you do when things are going to get a little spicy? Do you know?
Get some mayo.
Get a tall glass of milk, apparently.
Oh, well, similar.
Near enough.
Are eggs
Um,
dairy? The everlasting question.
and then
They're not.
she went in the bedroom. I don't know if it's Destiny or Defender, I forget, and it doesn't matter. And she was celebrating with Kyle and Ro, and then she said, "Kiefer put a fire under my ass," which I quite enjoyed. You to put that
um,
echo on that. Under my ass. Oh dear.
did you pick up on in this scene the fake tainted love music?
No,
It's
I wish I had.
Tainted love. Ooh. Um, she had to pick the have-nots as well, didn't she, for winning?
I skipped
I
over that.
think. You skipped the dishes, did you, on that one?
um, so then what else happened?
Brazen and Victoria, they are now in an alliance called
Maison de Slop.
No, but it's close. The Bossy Glossies,
Oh, that was
which
it.
which of course reminds me of Big Brother Fives, the lip gloss
Lip gloss
bitches.
bitches.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of Angela from BBAU.
Oh, any mention of a lip gloss makes me think of Angela.
Yeah.
Did she ever release that lip gloss in the end? She was going to release a line, wasn't she, of product apparently.
Who knows? Ask Auntie Garth. I've put in my notes that having Victoria as HOH, it's like having like an underdog finally become the HOH. It's like so rare that it happens. And I think this is a result of having a diverse cast because you've got the diverse cast. Do you know that there's only two white guys in the house, or there's only one now, which is Kyle, or
Josh
it was
and
Josh.
Kyle.
And that gives other people the opportunity to come to well, admittedly, Victoria just didn't press buttons on the competition and other people got it wrong. But still, it gives other people the opportunity to have their shot, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Canada.
Well, I don't know, I don't know if the diverse cast has got anything to do with that.
No, maybe not, but I was making some.
Because making profound observations whether or not. I don't know. I just felt like it was nice that it was a competition where it could be anyone's game,
Crapshoot.
like a crapshoot. Did you say?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I didn't hear you just then. Did you say crapshoot?
Yeah.
What's a crapshoot?
Just like when anyone can win, like when Nikki nearly win HOH in Big Brother Canada? Do you remember? They
Oh, did
span a
she?
wheel. Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah, that was it. They just span a wheel in the room, but I don't think it landed on a pity. Because we
The
would have
funny
liked
thing
that
is that
HOH with vodka.
when you said a crapshoot, I thought of one of those tasks where Nikki had to. Like, I think it's when she went back into, was it Time Bomb? She went back, and
Hmm.
they basically like
I'm a
shot
legend.
a load of guns in her face, and she had to catch something.
Yeah.
I
That
was
reminds
thinking
me of
of that.
Fessy and Thingy having to catch that thing in their mouth. Do you remember?
Not really. Was it
That,
that squid that fell
yeah,
from the
yeah,
sky?
yeah. I'm surprised. I would be surprised if you didn't remember that because that was one of our highlights. So that's
Well, the highlight was Fessy breaking the sink of that entire season.
oh, dear.
Um, Also,
Anyway.
while we're on the subject of Nikki, should we just talk about her fundraiser, by the way?
Hmm. Mhm.
Thank you to all the BB Blast listeners. This
Oh,
is
yeah,
definitely not.
take the
But
credit.
no, like the whole BB community came out across Canada and the UK, and she's raised like, or people have raised like 60, in excess of 65 grand for Nikki now, which is nearly as much as you win when you win Big Brother. So, so her friends have like given an update that she's going to start receiving specialist care from Monday. So that was like a massive success in the space
It's
of a week,
good.
wasn't it?
It's really good. Really good. I hope that we hear some good news in the future.
Me too. I wonder if it's going to be, televised or anything. Do you think? I bet some production companies have reached out. No, don't you think?
Oh God, I hope not. Harrowing.
I mean, I wouldn't mind later on once she's better, perhaps. It getting some sort of coverage because I think it's like important for people to hear that,
Hmm.
to focus on
Hopefully
that
she gets
subject. Hopefully, she gets better. Did you say?
better. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. Hmm.
Anyway, I'm with Big Brother Canada. I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, no, it was a good point to mention it. So Kiefer said to Kyle, "Do you want to have a chat?" And Kyle said, "I don't have anything to say to you." Um, Kiefer was trying to blame Tina and Tara, and he said, "I'm playing Big Brother, boys." Kiefer's being a bit of a rat right now, isn't he? Like,
Kiefer does my head in.
oh, he's the worst, isn't
Do you
he?
know what? Of all the people that I wanted to win HOH, he was the bottom of my list.
I
I was so
know.
annoyed that he's won the HOH.
No, he's always under the cosh. He's like, "Ooh, please like me." It's like, oh, stop. Annoying.
He mopes around. I just want him to go, and now he's got the power, so he's obviously there for another 2 weeks at least.
He's got the power. No one's going to come after him either. Um,
He was failing at
uh,
that damage control, though. Didn't it all kick off after that?
it did awful. It's like Kiefer and Latoya were talking on the couches at the top of the stairs, and they said, "Oh, we should have got rid of Ro." I hate when people do this when they don't do something and then afterwards, "Oh, we should have done." Jack is the worst for doing this. It drives me fucking mad. Should have done this. Should have done that. What's done is done. There is no
Yeah.
shoulda, woulda. Move on.
But also you couldn't. That's why you didn't, because Victoria
Yeah,
was not committed to it, so
yeah.
it wasn't
I
going to
mean,
work.
you can't say Latoya didn't try.
No, she did. But yeah, no, it failed. There's no point. There was literally no point in sitting around moping about that as well.
Annoying. Um, and then Latoya said we should have just kept it between ourselves and done it. And I thought that would have been good, like a secret flip. Like they hadn't told the other people in the house that they were going to do it. And if they had the numbers to do it, that would be good TV, right?
Did they have the numbers by themselves though?
I don't know. Oh,
If
I
they
think
if
they,
they did, then
yeah, I think they
then that
did,
is a
but
valid point.
they did, but they were trying to hide the alliance. So that's why they were trying to get some other people involved. So that I think that's where they come unstuck.
That alliance is fully exposed now anyway,
Oh, that
because
alliance DOA.
Tina Tina is like the secret go-between now, isn't she?
Even Tina's had enough of that alliance.
Yeah, and also like, well, apparently like Tina and Latoya were kind of running that alliance to begin with, right? But
Yeah.
I think it was inevitable that Tina was always going to fall to the bottom of that alliance.
Mm.
And I think, in a way, you're always going to be, it sounds stupid, but as strong as your weakest link. Even though if you
Mm.
disregard that person as your weakest link and you don't
Mm.
like make them feel included in a meaningful way, that's a massive threat to your alliance. So that's a real
Yeah.
mistake of the Sunsetters to sort of like let it get to that point where Tina drifts off and is basically now intel for the other side.
Mm. And Kiefer's doing that as well. He's flip flopping. And you think he'd flip flop even more after everyone voted him out in his own alliance, but probably still just be a little bitch.
People voted him out in his own alliance.
Yeah, when Latoya got evicted, like Ty, Jed, and all
Yeah.
that.
Well, I
Yeah.
bet he probably thinks, well, I knew it was going to happen. You know what it's like.
Um, spineless. Um,
I didn't expect the cool kids to keep me in anyway.
and then
The
Kiefer said the line has been drawn.
line in the sand.
And Latoya said, as long as only one of us goes out, we've got the numbers. And then Kiefer said, I just wish I'd won. Shut up. You didn't. Um, then Victoria got her HH room. That's Victoria getting her HH room. Victoria's my favourite.
Okay. You putting that out there for me to agree or disagree?
Well, seeing what you think. Like, you don't have to agree or disagree.
Do I need to have an opinion? Um, I
Find
guess
out.
I like I like her. I I don't have strong feelings about any of these people. I've just realised. I
That's kind of
did
how I feel too.
I did enjoy Latoya's game actually, and I do feel like she's a loss
I
for the
know.
show. I
Definitely.
I don't like Kiefer, I'll tell you that much. I don't like Kyle. I think he's a waste of space. You can tell he's the
Hmm.
replacement.
What about the eyebrows?
Do you like his eyebrows? Is that all he is? Eyebrows.
I do like a strong eyebrow, but I think his are too strong. More eyebrow than face.
I feel like Rohan might be likable in some capacity, but I don't see much of him.
Not sure about that. Austin, I don't like. She's smug. Ty and Jed, just too arrogant, especially Jed. Beth, do not like. Shit, the only person I like is Victoria. She don't go next week.
What about
Oh, Tina, I don't like her.
Tina?
Sorry,
No.
sorry, Alfie.
What Braden?
Oh yeah, I like Braden. Yeah,
Braden's
but
likable, but Braden's not in the show really because he's not
yeah,
really
he's just under the
strategizing.
radar. Yeah, they don't show him because he doesn't do anything. So it's like,
But what I'm hoping for Braden is that he like comes out fighting later because I think he's potentially a strong player in competitions, but he's probably waiting for his
mm,
moment. But unless he's got
yeah,
the support of other housemates, then what's the chances? Like at the moment, I feel like the Sunsetters are still going to run this show, this house.
mm, yeah.
I think I
By the
liked,
time he makes move, it's going to be too late.
yeah, I think that I think I like Tishon. Sorry, it's
Mm, for
Tishon
sure. Yeah.
and Jedson, but I think that might just be because they're attractive and they're possibly not that entertaining people.
I like Ty, but I don't like
He's a
Jed.
nice guy. Why don't you like
He's
Jed? You think he's too
nice.
arrogant?
I don't like the way he spoke to Victoria. I'm going to tell her what to do. I'm going to go sort this out. I'm going to do this. Bitch, you did nothing. So fuck you. You did nothing. And she did it. She got you to not use the veto and she did exactly what she wanted and she evicted your second closest ally. So stay there.
Yeah. To be honest, if even in terms of play, Victoria has made the strongest move so far, and she's also the most entertaining person in there. So therefore, she's the best housemate this year,
Told
right?
you. Correct. That's the right answer.
I'll tell you what, if you watch the live feeds ever, what I've noticed is there is never not a camera on the feeds on Tishon and Jedson. They're like the
Why?
I just feel like they're the golden boys of the series. I just feel like
Mm.
obviously
Alfie loves them. Fuck knows why.
oh, does he?
Yeah, he was sending me a video of like them and Latoya and their wonderful relationship. I was just thinking,
I just think
no,
that
I like the fact that
sometimes you know who production kind of
yeah, and
has the back of.
I like the fact it was an all black alliance because let's face it, normally you can't have an all black alliance because there's only one black person in there. So I
Yeah.
like that aspect of it. But personality wise and TV wise, Latoya was good, but Jed and Ty not so much. At least Latoya was like fucking, rude to people and just wouldn't kiss ass. That was entertaining. Although probably didn't pay off in the long run.
No. Yeah, like in theory she was a strong player, but really she like blew her load too quickly, didn't she?
Yeah, she couldn't. She refused to kowtow to Victoria, and that was an issue.
Yeah.
So right, come on, let's. What else happened?
Um,
Um,
Kiefer was thinking that the best play was to tell Vic to put him up. I was like, why is he doing this? He's like,
oh,
I want to be true to my word. And what was he apologizing for? He was so apologizing for
because he
something.
let down his kids by lying. And about in the ball pit with Kyle that Victoria was trying to push the flip.
Yeah. Well, then don't say that. Make the story up in the first place, then you fool.
You know, it was quite unfortunate for him that Victoria won the HOH just after he said that. Oops. Oh, and Beth went up to Victoria and was like, "Oh, when did Kyle and Ro ever talk to you before? Like, they're only talking to you because you're HOH." And Victoria's just like, yeah. But it's like what Beth was saying was so transparent that she was doing the exact same thing. Do you know what I mean?
Why? But why was Beth saying that about them?
Because
Because
she
she's
was
an
trying to
alliance
get
with them.
no, she was trying to get Victoria to go after Kyle and Rohan, not the Sunsetters.
Oh, she was saying Kyle and Rohan only talk to her
Yeah,
now because you said
yeah,
HH. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
yeah.
sorry, misunderstood that. Um, why have I put Victorious? Oh, Victoria set this trap, didn't she? That was quite interesting. I've forgotten.
Oh, that was so good.
Latoya talks to Victoria, telling me that she won't kiss my ass. Who said that? Victoria said made Victoria made too many promises. Who is this?
Hold on. Your notes are very sporadic. I've got way more notes than this. Not that that's a good thing.
Go on then.
Kiefer said, I got fucked. I got fucked hard and was crying to Tina. Um, and then she went out to Victoria with a
You can see
face
that
like
on the
thunder.
live feeds.
Latoya went up to Victoria with a face like thunder, I've written, and her arms folded. Victoria had a shower cap on. And just the important details so you can picture the scene. Um, Victoria said, "Oh, your name has been mentioned," and Latoya said, "I'm not going to start kissing your ass." And in the diary room, Victoria's like, "Well, you should. I'm HOH." Um,
Okay, that's what I was quoting.
yeah,
Victoria in the
Victoria
diary
said
room.
this. Victoria said this pitch sucks. And then Latoya said, "My goal is not to be going after the strong females in the house. Females, you can tell she's a cop referring to women like that. Um, I've put she needs to work on her bedside manner." And then Victoria said to Latoya, "It's between you and Braden." How did Latoya fall for this shit? That Victoria's always with Braden.
Yeah.
To be a cop.
So Latoya told Beth and Jedshon that this is the target for Victoria herself and Braden. And then Beth suggested they put a target on Terra
Mm,
with Victoria
mm-hmm,
for the sake of saving Latoya. But like, why? I
mm-hmm.
mean, that's naive to think that Victoria would go, "Oh yeah, actually, I won't put Latoya, who's a really strong player, up, and I'll put Terra up, who's like nothing to nobody."
But Gaz, normally in Big Brother, this is exactly what happens. Someone, an outlier becomes HOH, and then the muscle, Jed and Ty go in and like, no, you need to change your mind. And then the person goes, oh yeah, okay, I'll just change my mind. And normally they fucking do it. So the fact
Yeah.
Victoria was just like, look, it's my HOH and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. That was so cool to see. I really appreciated that from
Mm.
Victoria. Oh yeah,
Austin bitch. Why was Austin bitching about Beth to Braden?
because Beth was. Uh, hold on. Hold on. Oh yeah, yeah. Jed said, let's give her alternative targets. Fuck off. Um, Beth told Austin that Braden was Vic's target, and Austin reported back to Braden. And Braden was like, "Oh, I knew about this." Braden didn't wasn't bothered about Victoria doing it because he knew it was a plan.
Yeah.
And then Victoria took Braden to Wendy's. I thought you were putting him on the block. This don't add up.
Sort of like, sorry, I'm putting you on the block, mate, but
Yeah,
have a burger.
it's a peace offering. And Victoria got a video message from.
Oh my God, this was so weird. I thought her gay best friends
I was
who
so glad
turned
you said it.
who turned out to be her boyfriend and the boyfriend's brother, who is her best friend, which is really fucking weird.
I honestly thought they were a couple.
Me too. They look gay as fuck.
Yeah. I'm glad it wasn't just me. Yeah, MVP, Matt, Victoria, and Pat. Okay. Um,
Most valuable player, that means, doesn't
mm.
it?
Then Braden told Victoria they can't trust Beth, and now they know Latoya is working with Beth. Gaz, that was so good that
It was
Victoria
very
did that.
clever.
Gaz, I don't
I just
understand.
need to step back from the picture. This enabled Victoria to find out that Latoya is working with Beth. That worked out perfectly. The fact that it was Beth that went to Austin
Mm.
and
Gaz,
not anyone else.
why don't people do this more often in Big Brother? I don't understand.
Victoria is a mastermind.
I, I, I whenever someone does this, I always think, why don't people do this more often? It's so clever to do that. It's like the Colin Rooney of being in Big Brother. You put that information out, just that one person, and then it
Yes.
comes back to you. You know,
Yeah.
it's dot 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 Latoya's account.
Yeah.
Anna.
Exactly. It's funny
So
how
then,
written down in note form, I find it impossible to understand. However,
hmm.
during the show, I was like, "Wow, yeah," and then I try and read it back, and I'm like, "Huh."
I'll talk you through it. So then, Ty was talking to Victoria, going, "Oh, don't put Latoya up. If you put someone up as a pawn, you're essentially saying that if you go home, that's okay with me." Well, yeah, it is okay with her, and I'm not sure that's the message you want to send. That's a veiled threat.
When they came in, I don't know which one it was. Jedson said 2 for 1 special, and I've written, "I'm interested."
Buy one get one free. I can see what you're concentrating on, and it's not this emergent strategy. Um, so I'm trying. I'm trying. So Victoria said, "You guys are close to Latoya, right?" And Jed was like, "Oh,
Well, yeah.
take her or leave her." He's like, "We're the same amount close to her as we are to you." Yeah, whatever. Um,
Bollocks.
and then Jed also threatened Victoria. This is why I don't like him. He said, "Latoya is a strong player, and you're not on her radar. So for your own game, it's best for you not to ruffle those feathers." He might as well have said "or else" on the end.
Well, the thing is, I actually don't think that Latoya would have been putting Victoria up anytime soon.
Either way, if that's Victoria's target, that's Victoria's target, and it's up to her who she puts up.
Yeah, I agree, but I also think like, in spite of that, you don't only have to be targeting your next biggest. Well, the person that's coming for you next. Like Victoria's a threat in the long. I mean, Latoya's a threat to Victoria in the long run that she's identified, and it's actually better to try and get them out when they're not coming for you than when they are. Right?
I think
In a way.
Victoria was pissed off about not about the flip per se, but about Latoya trying to strong arm her. I think, like you.
Yeah, these were the. I mean, the nominations were the only logical two for Victoria because they both fucked
Hmm.
Victoria this week
Hmm.
or last week.
So then,
They're trying to convince Victoria that Latoya wouldn't put. Oh yeah, that's what you've just done.
yeah,
Victoria in the diary said Latoya is a threat in this game, and I want this HOH to be meaningful.
yes, that's what we want.
Mm.
I know it wasn't the result we wanted Latoya to go, but I'm just grateful for someone to actually fucking do something in the game for once.
Yeah.
BB22, literally nothing happened for an entire series.
Also, if the Sunsetters take no damage for the next couple of weeks, that's it. The game's
Mm.
written, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, we need the back and forth. So Kiefer then come up and was like going, "Oh yeah, put me on the block. I need to clear my conscience." Ugh. I can't believe Kiefer's got kids. He seems like a kid himself to me. Does he to you?
He's like old though, like old young.
He
I don't
don't look
know.
old to me. He looks like a
Like a
teenager.
big baby.
Yeah, like an overgrown teenager, with a
Yeah.
mullet. Um, and
Um,
then oh, there's some good
go on.
stuff here. No, go on.
Is it Victoria say in the diary room? I think.
Yeah, go on.
I think it's the diary. No, maybe it's not the diary. But I think it's to Kiefer. She said, "I'm a Big Brother super fan. I'm done with the flip flop shit, and I'm going to cut the head off the snake."
Woo!
She said to Kiefer, "You are safe this week," and she is gone, which is
Mm.
true.
Yeah, but she didn't say who. She was like, "Do you know who?" And Keith was like, "No, I haven't got a clue." And then didn't bother to ask. I was like, wouldn't you be like, "Oh, who is it?"
What do you mean? Do you know who?
like she was saying about her target, and he didn't bother to ask who it was. He was just like, as long as it ain't me, I'm out of here. See you later.
Didn't notice that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What happens when you cut the head off a snake, Gaz?
It can't do the tongue thing.
Maybe it does. Like a chick, when you cut a chicken's head off, it still runs around, doesn't it? Snake like you never know. Victoria said, "I don't want my HOH to be a waste. Let the games begin." Oh, that's how she started the nomination ceremony. That's bold. I like that.
She said that in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gone this week.
She's back. I don't know. Maybe she said it in the diary. I'm not sure. So then she put up Kiefer and Latoya. She put up Kiefer for lying and Latoya for flip flopping. And she said, I can't have that flip flopping on my HOH. I thought that's such a good reason to say you put Latoya up just so she doesn't flip the vote when actually you're trying to get Latoya out. Victoria is smarter than she looks. No offense, Victoria. I've got
Yeah, I
pink
mean,
hair. I'm crazy.
yeah, yeah, I think that says a lot about how we judge people on like physical impression, and
Mm,
it's not necessarily fair.
mm. No, it's not at all. Well, it's like Tina. Like I know I'm not the biggest fan of Tina, but she's obviously a lot better than at the game than I thought she was going to be.
Than
I just
Carol.
thought, Carol, oh
I,
God.
I've put that Kiefer was Carol 2.0 for begging to go on the block. um, at the end here, I've written Latoya could win the veto. Kiefer probably can't.
Hmm. Kiefer seems to be winning a few things. Victoria then said, I hope this tells you how important it is to keep my name out of your mouth. Things are about to get spicy. And then she touched her butt and went,
Did it like KFC advert animations.
and then at the end, Latoya said, working under pressure is what I do best. It's like, all right, not the apprentice. Should
Before we go to the next episode, can we please take a break?
we have a wee?
Yeah, I need a
I'm
wee.
going to get
New
another drink.
drink.
Are you going to pause?
Yep. And we're back.
Hello.
I need to tell you something actually.
Oh,
Because we were just having a little off-air conversation. And it reminded me of something. So this time last year was obviously lockdown. It's been like a whole year. It's like an official year of
this time this year as well.
yeah, it's like an official year since this all started, really, isn't it? I think
Yep.
since it was declared a pandemic. And do you remember that I was like my biggest concern when it came to the pandemic and lockdown was whether or not I was going to see Khalees. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah,
milkshake.
and
The milkshake bowl.
the milkshake bar she was going to do in London. And then they cancelled the live show. And do you remember I was like, do you think they'll still do the milkshake bar? Because like
Yeah.
they didn't say anything about it. So I contacted the venue and they were like, no, we're not doing that. I was like, oh, shit. Um, basically that gig got postponed like twice, and the new date was supposed to be June the 29th. So if the roadmap for the UK is to be believed, then by then everything should be fine, right? With no restrictions anymore because Corona will be gone. Um,
That would be good. Imagine that though, if, like going to a gig. People would be like, "Oh, I'd be worried." I wouldn't be. I'd be like, "Rah." I'd be fucking having it.
well, I would have been, but today it got cancelled.
Oh, fuck's sake.
After being postponed twice, she's cancelled the whole thing. And I was like, you know what? That that gig was supposed to be celebrating 20 years of her first album.
Oh, that's a
I bet
shame.
I bet she's just done with it now. Just like fuck this. Like she lives so far away as well. And come over
My
here
ki-
to like perform to Brits.
my killer's gig got postponed to 2022. I was like, great. I'm still
Same with
hopeful.
Little
I'm still
Mix for me and
hopeful for
Dan.
a gig I've got booked in September.
That should be fine.
I hope so.
What sort of a venue is it?
It's Bright Eyes, so it's not massive. I think it's like Shepherd's Bush or something like that.
I feel like that should be well, I don't know. Can they do it at capacity? Probably, who knows?
I really have to go to that gig. It's very important for my mental health. That gets cancelled, I'm gonna cry. It's true. Anyway,
And then
let's
you
get
were
on
just
with.
saying that you really want
Oh
to be in a
god,
room with people and have a party.
yeah, I want to party. I want to just cuddle people and just.
It's 1999.
I do. I am going to be more social when all this is over. I know everyone says it, but I am. At first, you were like, "Oh, I'm enjoying it." Are you still enjoying it? Or are you fed up with it now?
mm, I think that I'm like used to it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And well, if you remember, I was probably enjoying it because I wasn't working.
Yeah,
I was
nor was I for a while.
furloughed. Why were you not working? Were you furloughed? No.
I was furloughed for 6 months.
Oh yeah. Did you end up? Oh yeah, yeah.
Got made
You ended up not
redundant.
going back.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I thought you went back to work sooner than me because of that. You
yeah.
did.
But
Yeah.
I went to a new work. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I want those things back. I don't like the idea that oh my gigs got cancelled. I really wanted to go to that, and I've been like
Mm,
hanging on for that, and then for it to be postponed twice and then cancelled is really quite disappointing.
mm,
I miss that sort of stuff, and I miss like I'd rather be able to do things normally, like this podcast, for example.
yeah. Don't you think it's a lot more ag doing it like this? It just feels like not as fun.
Yeah, but I think we managed to get through, and I feel like we've
It's
made
more
it
professional. I
work.
think it's more professional,
Yeah,
but
I
not
think
as fun because we're not
not
as
as
drunk.
fun for us. Yeah,
Yeah, it's still fun, but I just want to be sat with you, drinking prosecco, watching the shows.
it's a different experience. But last week we got a message from our lovely friend Laurie who said, I think it was to all of us. She basically watched the YouTube video first, and she said, "I love this podcast. It's basically two friends talking about a show they love, and that is the essence of what this show, this our show is about. And hopefully that still comes across. And if Laurie said it, it must do. But yeah, I think it's just a bit different. But I think we're making the best of it, especially since we got swanky new mics and signed up to Zoom. Thank
I,
you,
I,
Zoom.
I think I'm getting bogged down in. I think I'm getting bogged down in the podcasts that I listen to, and just like, oh, we're not strategic, and we're not this, and we're not that. But we've never been that. We've never
Oh, why are you
talked.
worried about that? Oh,
I don't know. I feel like I'm thinking, oh, we don't know enough. We're not like, but
we
I
pride
don't know.
ourselves on not knowing enough.
I know. I don't know. Normally, I'm like, oh, but for some reason, I'm like when I was watching it live, I was thinking, oh, I don't know all the ins and outs. Like, who cares? I don't know why I'm getting bogged down with that.
No, I don't know why you are either, because people people who want that will go where that is, right?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't normally give a shit. I don't.
But
I think this is
also,
just my mental state.
might be. To be honest, I'm so low energy, and I think that's got something to do with just the way we live now.
Hmm.
I've been kind of ill for the last 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, you had a COVID test.
I had a COVID test
Oh,
just as
sorry.
routine.
Is that private?
No, no, I had a COVID test because we are having to test. Everyone in my area has to test because of the Brazilian variant was discovered around here, apparently. But my COVID
Croydon
test came.
variant. Oh, you're not even in Croydon.
No, I
Oh,
am actually, technically, but that's a private matter.
oh, sorry. Well, it's a big place. I think you'll be all right.
um, yeah, I so basically basically Dan and I tested, and then Dan got his results. He's like, "You got your test results yet?" And I'm like, "No," and I'm feeling a bit ill. I was like, "Oh no." It just took like maybe 3 hours later, probably because they're testing so many people right now.
Yeah.
But I thought, oh no, they haven't got back to me because like I don't know, they think I've got it or it's inconclusive. They have to test again, but there's no COVID for me at the moment.
Mhm. Do you know when you have to go back into the office?
No, nobody said anything about that, and I'm not looking forward to that.
Mine's
But
September.
oh really?
Mm.
I don't think we're gonna have to go back, you know.
Or at all.
No, I mean we already like moved office to something where there's not enough space for everyone, so it was gonna be more of a sort of well, they call it agile working, more like a hot desk situation.
Mm.
I
Mm.
think it's gonna carry on.
Mm. That's good.
Hmm.
I don't mind. I do want to go back to work a couple of days a week. 2 days in and 3 days working from home would be good for me.
I would like one day at the most if I have to.
But it's handy to go in sometimes and meet friends for a drink and stuff like that. That's the sort of stuff I miss doing that you just take for granted.
Yeah, I suppose I'm not that bothered about that. For
But
me, going to work is an expense.
yeah, no, I totally agree. But you know, if you're working from home and your friend wants to go for a drink, you're like,
Especially when you live
True.
where we do. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll be living even further out soon, middle of nowhere. Anyway, let's press on. Veto episode. You got no notes.
I've got no notes. I watched this
Okay,
while I was working.
okay, I'm going to talk you through it, and let's
This
let's
is
see
the
what
joys
you're.
of working from home. You can't watch Vita while you're working in the office.
Let's see what you can. I've done it before. The computer, just minimize it. Um, so not in my current job, obviously. So Victoria's real target is Latoya. Latoya thinks it's a stupid move, and Vic has made an enemy of the Sunsetters. Who cares? One of you is going home, I've written. Latoya said to Keith, "You've already made your friends and
Keith.
family proud," i.e., like just throwing the towel. Was the subtext of that conversation. Shut up. Um, oh, this was when it kicked off. Rohan walked in on them and they were giggling and they were like, "You'll find out tonight. There's going to be fireworks." And Ro was like, "You
What
what?"
was that fireworks bollocks?
I don't know. I felt like it wasn't edited very well. I couldn't work out what was going on.
Perhaps Keith bought in some fireworks as luxury item.
um, I've written here.
Perhaps
I
he's going
hate.
to do a fireworks ceremony to bless the hallowed ground of the BBCAN
Oh
house.
God, Jesus. I've put here. I hate Ro's accent and I hate Tina's accent. There's some Canadian accents that really
Oh,
just.
the Irish ones.
It's just too guttural. It's
You
just.
don't like the Newfoundlanders.
I don't like that accent. Sorry. Oh,
What's that thing again?
Peter Brown has that accent too. He's on a podcast. Just his accent was
No,
just set
Peter
me off.
Brown's like very nasal.
It's very like talking
It's
about
not
the
like
Big Brother.
Newfoundlanders. They're like the Irish sounding ones. It's like, what's that thing again? Deed I is. What's that one?
Oh, was that Will guy? Do you remember
Deed
that
I
idiot?
is. What's the call as a call and
Oh,
response?
I can't remember. I can't remember. Oh yeah, that
Can't we
idiot.
remember shit like that?
Oh, I don't know.
That's our USP, remembering the dumb shit like that.
Remembering the dumb shit, but not remembering everything. Oh,
Deed I is.
we've got to do Laurie's our catchphrases if we have time. So anyway, Tina told Kyle and Ro she heard they were going after the girls. I've put she'll be okay then. Meow. Um
Wow.
no, she's not a girl because
She's
she's
actually
old.
she's a woman. Not yet a woman.
Um, although she's only 2 years older than me.
Woman.
Kyle said we've got to put our foot down.
Woman.
I've put please not another house meeting. Kyle was
I'm
being
not
mildly intimidated.
sorry. I'm not
Go on.
okay with everyone calling a house meeting when something doesn't go their way. It's like
Oh, it's annoying.
it's
Stop it.
poor sportsmanship.
Stop it. It's like I'm telling, isn't it? I'm telling. I'm telling. It's like that.
Yeah, like,
Stop.
oh, if you're going to go against me, we'll get it all out here in front of everyone.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not Big
Let's
Brother.
see what Big Brother thinks about that. I'm telling. Um, so Kyle was intimidating Kiefer in the storeroom. He said, "Want to tell us what's going on?" And Kiefer was like, "We're making stew."
Stir fry, I think he said, didn't he?
Oh, stir fry.
Yeah, like, I know, I
Something
didn't say
like
fireworks. I said stir fry
that. Yeah.
is in the works.
I said frying on this wok. Almost worked, didn't it?
No, I said when you touch a hot frying pan, it hurts.
Just you wait. And then Kyle said, "I'm tired of my name being dragged." I think he said that. And he was sat
Drug.
on the kitchen counter. Ugh, again. Stop.
Oh, it's a storeroom counter. Is that okay? Is that
No,
no?
especially not. They put the food out there.
A lot of food in that storeroom. Go
I
on.
saw that. Gaz, I found out some sad news today on a podcast
Oh,
from Peter Brown himself, the man himself.
right.
You ready?
Am I?
Twist. No, it's not that bad.
Oh.
Twistos doesn't exist anymore. They went bust.
Oh, that is a shame.
And Peter Brown said they taste horrible. So that's probably why. Mind you, he only eats chicken nuggets, so you
Well,
can't really judge on his taste.
the Twistos twist will always live on with us, won't it?
Yeah, but the Twistos twist was they taste gross.
The twist was they went bust.
So Kiefer said to Kyle, "You're aggressive. You're yelling at me."
Oh yeah,
I've put he wasn't, but he was being intimidated. He wasn't yelling, but he was like
a bit
you know,
close. for
Put the
comfort.
frighteners on him, innit? The eyebrows. Get the eyebrows out. Um,
Put the frighteners on it.
and
Such a
then
weird turn of phrase.
and then Latoya said at 1:16 p.m. Don't gang up on one person. I've heard my name in your mouth. This is Big Brother, and you're supposed to hear my name in your mouth. She keeps saying that.
That old line.
If anyone is kissing ass in this house, it's you, she said to Kyle. And Latoya said, we have the names of the girls that they were trying to target or something.
I was gonna say what? The names of what girls?
This podcast
That guy's been replaced, hasn't he?
This podcast is hotting up now. The drinks kicked in, right? And then Rose said, "I said, hey, how's it going this morning? And you didn't even look at me." And Latoya said,
"Because I don't like you."
on Latoya.
Brilliant, because I don't like you.
Keeping it real. Yeah, keep that jury sweet, Latoya. Oh, never mind.
Hey, how you doing? Nothing.
Fucking kamikaze gameplay from Latoya there. Well done. So then Latoya went up the stairs and Rohan shouted at her, I'm the most calm, cool, and collected person in this house. And you're bringing
this out of me.
Victim blame. You can't say that. That's like you're pushing my buttons. Fuck off, most cool, calm, collected person in the house. Fuck off.
Yeah, I don't think it's cool to blame someone else for like the behavior you're exhibiting that you're not quite okay with. Like,
yeah, that's your behavior.
Your behavior. Yeah.
Fuck you. Then Tara said a line has been drawn in the sand.
Draw the line, the line in the sand. Shut up, Veronica.
Tina is trying to leave the Sunsetters and ride the middle. Tara said. Tara said.
This reminds me of Jerry Halliwell made a statement and it said, "I regret to tell you that I've left the Spice Girls." Like Tina's going to do a statement. She leaves the Sunsetter.
And Tara said the others put us on blast. Shout out, soundbite for the start of the podcast there. Tina got the
work on that afterwards.
I'm sure you will. Tina got the hump, but she wasn't the one spreading the rumor. Ro blaming shouting on being on slop. To be honest, it was nothing.
I'm really hungry. Yeah, sorry, I've been on slop for a week. So it's Latoya and the slop that does it to Canada's villain. Own it. So he was trying to own it in his VT, and now he's using all the excuses left, right, and centre.
Oh yeah, apologising. No one wants that. So then he went in to see Keith. I'm just writing Keith because
I noticed that you call him Keith.
Because I can't spell Kiefer. So I just write Keith.
What's that t-shirt that he's got? Keith it real.
He's no Chiltan, is he? So I write Keef, even though that's not how you spell his name, just for my own
Keith
ignorance.
Sounds like some old boy that works on a building site.
So Rose said to Keith, "Can we take 2 minutes?" And Keith was like, "You can have 0 minutes." 0 minutes.
Yeah, because
he hours wanted contract. To say. Yeah, because he didn't want to chat. And Keith went, "This is Big Brother, bro. I'm done with you, dog." That's what he said to Rohan.
This masculine act is painful.
Yeah. And I said, he basically said to Ro, like, I'm never going to speak to you again. I thought, this is also bad jury management.
Why has Rohan become so, like, disliked, I wonder?
He's with Kyle, isn't he?
But, so what? They're just straight and boring. It's not crime. Or is it?
I think it is. Should be. Or if not, we'll make it one. So then Kyle was talking to Latoya, and Kyle said, "I think we both did stuff that we regret." And Latoya went, "No, I didn't."
Don't you think this seems like it's caused such a sort of wave through the shockwave through the house? And honestly, it's nothing compared to the shit we've seen happen in Big Brother.
I know. It was good. But it weren't like, handbags.
Not like anyone threw a cloche at anyone, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't Deborah hurtling up those stairs, was it?
Looking for the exit.
Love, peace, and harmony. Um, so the oddballs were formed
Who
in
is
that was
everyone that's not a sunsetter, basically.
yeah, everyone except Ty, Jed, and Latoya and Keith. I've put looks like the tables have
And Beth.
turned. The floaters have actually grabbed a life vest and joined together to start some shit.
Yeah,
Um,
good.
which is
We
good,
need to.
but
That's what we always
we
need to
do.
happen, and it never seems to work.
It
So
never do.
hopefully,
So the veto picks were announced.
player pick for the POV.
I've put here, it's not that the oddballs picked at their game, more that the sunsetters imploded. Maybe a bit of both. Um,
Hmm.
so the veto comp was this crossword nonsense.
Oh, I like this. The day that you get evicted, Thursday. I like the competition though. It was like well executed in terms of physically built. Did you not think?
I didn't like that scratching noise. Set my teeth
Oh,
on
the
edge.
tiles going down.
Oh no, when they were scratching the clue off with the coin.
That was the bingo thing.
No, it was this as well. They had to scratch the clue off the wall at the start. He doesn't pay attention, viewers.
Oh, I didn't notice that
There
bit.
was 4 clues at the start. Yeah, what day do you get evicted? They had to scratch that off.
Oh, why did? Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, you're right.
I know.
They got a special deal on scratch
Yes,
scratch
coins,
card
giant
services.
coins, and freaking silver stuff. Yeah, I don't like that scratching. Oh, I feel sick. This reminds me. Didn't someone have to do a word search once and they fucked it up? Can't remember who it
Yeah,
was.
no, on Big Brother Canada was a similar thing. Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
thought
the
Laurie
ding
was like
dongs, wasn't it? The ding dongs.
that was it.
I can't remember
Because
what her
Laurie
name
sent
was
us
though.
that crossword that's gone missing.
I thought you had it.
I do have it.
Yeah,
When we see each other again, we can do it in honor of
yeah. I
BBCAN9.
mean, I can't wait for lockdown to end so I can get together with you and do a crossword.
Don't be a hater.
I look terrible today. I feel
I look
like I'm
awful, but
half
I did dye
awake.
my hair today, and actually my lighting's better because installed this. What's the opposite of a ring light?
Square light.
Like a like a police
It's
interrogation
basically an
room
iPhone, isn't it? Isn't it a torch on the iPhone?
with a torch on.
Yeah. You must be blinded.
Yes, the torch on iPhone. Yeah, I know it's really bright. Um, but I looked so blurry last time. Anyway, um, crossword. I've put not good for me and gas. um,
Why?
it has been inspired by OLG's instant crossword. All right, that's the sponsor. When is a
Oh,
crossword
that's
not instant?
why. That's why it was a scratch card.
Fancy.
It's a lottery
Oh, so it's
reference.
like scratch cards, bingo. What's it going to be next week? What other things do
Hey,
old
do
people?
you remember when?
Dominoes or something like that.
Remember, was it Alfie got us the Big Brother Canada scratch card
Yeah,
when he was in Canada? I've just remembered that. I forgot about that.
yeah. I think wasn't there one that we never scratched? We're
I
probably
think you kept one
millionaires.
that you didn't scratch.
Yeah,
But they should be doing another one of those with the lottery sponsoring Big Brother Canada, shouldn't
yeah, they should. Maybe they are, but we need to send Alfie out there again to get it.
they?
It's a no-fly zone.
Deploy Alfie.
And Alfie got me a little moose keyring, and now it's only got one leg. One of the legs has fallen off.
No,
Oh, it's poor Marsha.
I didn't get any
Um,
of that shit. Favoritism as usual.
I'm nicer than you. Well, sometimes. Um, the crossword was apparently words from the BB Canada universe. I'm sorry, but those words are from outside of the BB Can universe as well. You can't claim those as your own BB Can.
I didn't see Butterfly of Death or R2 Veto.
I said BB Can is
Marsha.
more of a planet than a universe. Shush. Um, who was spelling out words on the floor? That was a good strategy. I appreciated that.
I feel like it was Austin.
Hmm. And Jed said he has a crossword app on his phone. I thought that don't
Oh
sound that.
yeah, and he plays it all the time.
No, I don't believe that.
I think maybe he means
Uh,
like words with friends. Do you remember that?
yeah, my friend still plays that. Mind you, I still play Candy Crush, so God help us. On level 4,000 or something. So I actually am. So Jed won, and Latoya ran up
In
into
that
his
Jed
arms
one.
and was hugging him. And he was like, "Yeah, you're safe. You're safe." Um, oh, I wrote here, Jed could get Ty evicted if he's not careful. Ooh, I foresaw it, see? Didn't need the live feeds to figure that one out. um, Vic said she will put up Ty or Beth if Jed uses the veto. I've put, go on, Vic, lay down the law. Canada voted to save someone from have-nots. It was Braden. Fair enough.
Poor
And
Braden.
then,
1 minute he's saved from being a have-not. Next minute he's got dressed as a bull.
but he did get to skip those dishes.
Oh, he did. He got a nice little salad delivered.
Mm.
I think
Salad. Who the
Japanese.
fuck would order that when they get takeaway? Um, that makes no sense. Jed said, Beth told me Vic is acting sketchy, so I need to go and sort this out. Ugh. Um, I've put the way he talks like she's weak. She isn't. Vic said, Jed won't risk putting Ty on the block, won't he? I've said, I'm surprised they didn't see this coming because I did. Vic said, first of all, this is not a good talk. Is that a good way to start a conversation?
She was getting really nervous. She was sitting on the corner of the bed waiting for him to come
Yeah,
in. She was like, "I'm sweating."
yeah.
First of all, this is not a good talk.
Mm.
I suppose you've got to prepare people, right, for what they're about to hear.
Laying down the,
Are you
it's like,
are you sitting down?
yeah, it's like, can I have a word? If someone says, can I have a word
Oh
to you,
God.
you're fucked. Um, so she said, oh, another good move from Victoria here. She was pretending she wanted Kiefer to go instead of Latoya.
Yeah.
And
Although I was like, then they're never going to buy this.
but they kind of did. In fact, they definitely
Kind
did.
of. Kind of.
Um, she was saying, if she puts Ty up, Latoya would never flip the house against him. He's the only person that Latoya would never flip the house against.
Which was true and logical. Oh. He just fell over. Um,
You fell over like Joe Biden.
she basically was like, Joe Biden fell over?
Fell down the stairs on a plane.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
This week.
Pictures of it. Yeah, today.
Oh, and there you go. This is why
He
you
is a,
shouldn't
he is
vote
of,
an old man.
I know, he is of the age, isn't he?
Be falling in the pool next, that old man Jerry. Um,
Old man Biden.
um, what did Victoria say that I wanted to pick up on? Oh
She
yeah, she
said,
was about Kiefer. She was like, basically, Kiefer's been going around saying shit about me, and I basically can't have that. So
mm,
she has got something on both Latoya and Kiefer, so it really worked in her favor.
yeah, but the way she was sort of masking her target was good. And then Jed said, are you creating enemies out of us by
Oh
threatening
yeah.
to put us on the block? You are. Fuck off. Fucking heavy-handed twat. I put, don't talk to her like that. And then Vic said, I would literally die if there was a flip on my HOH. And Jed said, don't be ignorant. I do not like Jed. She is so good. I've written in capital letters. Then Latoya came in and Victoria said to Latoya, I'm trying to convince them not to use the POV. I don't trust you're not going to flip it. Latoya said, I'm not going to flip it. I don't play with my emotions. I play with my head. Victoria said, I feel like I'm playing Big Brother. Yes, you are. Downstairs, Latoya said, Victoria is disgusting. And I've put,
Mm,
I thought you didn't play with your emotions. Why is she disgusting when she's making a game move?
that was weird. I didn't
It was,
understand why she's made that statement.
because she's butthurt that
But
she's going on the block. That's why. Um, she said to Jed, "Oh, I think you should just use the veto just as a pride thing because you don't want her telling you what to do." It's like, you would say that.
wow.
And she said, if he doesn't use it, it makes him look like her bitch. And if he does use it, it makes him look like your bitch.
Oh wow. I was really not failing at multitasking here.
um, I've put, this makes me sad for all the good BBUS we could have had over the years if only we'd had some brave players. Latoya said, I wouldn't put anything past her. Threatening to put Ty up might be her only move. Jed said, if I take you off, would she do it? Does she realize how bad that would be for her game if she puts him up? And then Kiefer was in the room and they were just like talking as if Kiefer wasn't even there. And like, if he goes kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think that was bad.
Well, I'm not surprised, but it's not ideal.
No.
The
And then
thing is,
Jed said,
Kiefer walks around making himself disposable. So what does he expect?
yeah, well, apart from when he wins HOH. And then Latoya said it's a jealousy thing about Victoria. I'm
That's
sorry, but
so
that's
silly to say.
that's
It's not true.
emotional as well. That's an emotional thing to say.
Mm.
And Jed said she wants to take your spot with us. Actually, she doesn't want a spot with you. She wants to be with the oddballs. So fuck you, Jed. Um, I've written here Queen Victoria in capital letters. Um,
Oh, that's good.
there's something there.
Mm.
Think on. And then Jed said, I can't tell if she's dumb or extremely smart. A bit of both, I think. um, and Ty said, we're in no position to negotiate. And he said, we're drawing the line. That's the third fucking time
The
someone's drawn the
line
line
in
this
the
week.
sand.
Jed said, how can we work together when two of our people are going on the block? And oh, this was to Victoria. And Victoria, you will see when Latoya doesn't go home. Did they see that? Oh, and this is when Latoya said, can you let me finish? Shout out White D. Because that's how a conversation works.
Oh, was it Victoria? Because that's how conversation works.
Latoya said it to Victoria. And then Victoria went, don't fucking
I was
talk
gonna
to
say,
me like that.
I thought Victoria said
Yeah. How bad is that of Latoya to say that shit to the HOH? It's just dumb. It's
that.
just
Well, she was
plain
getting a bit
dumb.
emotional. To be honest, Victoria was getting more. I mean, Victoria was getting more emotional than I'd expected from her. And
Mm.
now, when I watched this episode, I was like, oh, you know what? When Johnny said like he could see like Ica potential, I was like, actually, this reminds me of this is a potential I didn't think she had in her. I thought she was more controlled and she wasn't going to get emotional, but she did.
I didn't find her particularly emotional there. She was just more being cunty.
Yeah, but if she had any sense, she wouldn't say stupid shit like that when she's on the block.
When she said, "Oh, she's disgusting," and she's jealous, I think that is quite emotional. I think.
Mm.
But yeah, I see what you mean. She's not as sort of
Controlled and sort
yeah
of reserved as I thought she would be. Shrewd,
stern,
is that
quite
the word?
stern. She's
Yeah.
a bit stern. Um, so then Jed said, "Me and Ty have been your closest friends since day one." And Victoria said, "Don't give me that shit. I've been trying to align with you, and now I'm HOH. You suddenly want to work with me." Yes. How much do we want people to say this stuff? It's just like fucking music to my ears. Um, they're trying to pressure, and it's not working. I love it. And the fact that all four of them went up without Kiefer says it all. Because Beth was there as well. Latoya said, had Carl won HOH, you and I would be on the block. Jed said, either the noms stay the same and Kiefer goes home, or do you want us to come after you? And then Victoria went, do you want me to put Beth up? I can do that. And Beth was like, that was so good. And Beth's like, Beth hadn't been in that room right then, she would have
They'd said
fucking gone up.
yes. Of course, that's disposable to them.
That was so good. And then then they went downstairs and Jed was like, oh, she's threatening us. And she's flexing. She's just flexing. She's just flexing. Um, and then Victoria was in the HOH room going, oh my God, what am I doing? What am I thinking? I was just thinking, don't doubt yourself. Just fucking do it. Don't listen to
Mm.
them. Just do it, do it, do it, do it. Um, Latoya said, I don't like her telling us what to do. I'm not even going to go after Kyle or Ro anymore. I'm going to go after her. Not that Latoya is playing emotionally or anything. Victoria said, big moves only. And
One
then
thing
they
is,
cut off.
you in the toys position, you would come after Victoria, but she's
Oh,
not
of
been
course you
given a
would.
chance. Huh?
Revenge. Simple revenge. And then they cut off the episode before the veto ceremony. What do you think about that? No. I actually didn't mind it. I normally hate it, but I actually didn't mind it this time. Maybe that's what
um,
made me watch the eviction episode because I was like, oh, what's going to happen?
oh yeah, you're
Mm.
right. Normally, wait, would it normally be included? Yeah, what it
Yeah,
would, right?
yeah, it's at the end
That
of the
was
episode.
actually that was actually a very smart move to not include that.
Yeah, because it
Also,
actually made me watch.
I I don't know if the schedule's different this year, but like it's like is it shown on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday and Thursday shows being consecutive nights, like that's a smart move for editing because it's the next day. It's not a long time to wait, and
Mm.
it brings people back. Probably.
It does, but you miss a lot of action between, I don't know, there's like a long gap between Sunday and Wednesday where they have to put a lot of material into one episode, if you see what I mean. And still we get the bingo shit and stuff like that. But anyway,
Yeah,
I'm having to move because I'm so uncomfortable.
but I don't know if it's edited like that though, because of the fact they go in. I don't know how many days before they start making episodes.
A week.
That's so much time. Like, there's a lot that
Hmm.
probably isn't seen of that
Oh yeah, there
first
is.
week.
Believe me, I've heard all about it.
Can we have a break? Because I need the toilet
Yeah, okay.
and another drink.
Your toilet habits are worse than mine. Oh,
I'm drinking
toilet
more
habits.
this week. I went a whole podcast without even going to the toilet on the first episode.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I think
Hmm.
so. Someone probably
Hold
correct
on.
me on that.
If someone actually remembers that, that's quite a worry. Okay, I'm going to shut the doors in case Sarah brings in a mouse.
Okay, I'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back.
Hi.
It's time for the eviction episode. So,
Who
Simba,
will go? You decide.
normally we would sit together and watch this on the podcast. That's
I
how we
know.
normally do things.
Mind you, that was probably absolutely terrible to listen to.
I
It
think
just
so.
served
But
our purposes.
yeah, I was going to say maybe that's why these podcasts seem to be getting longer and longer, but actually, maybe not, because that takes up a whole hour of airtime anyway, doesn't it? Just,
Mm,
well, almost.
mm.
So it picked up at the POV ceremony.
Oh, yeah.
I like that Vito with the little leaves coming off of it. They're cute.
Uh, what do you like about it?
It's like very detailed. I'm like, wonder where they got those little leaves from. Little vines. Like, did the prop department make them, or did they like buy them on eBay? Like, where do they get all that stuff?
Mm, Lilliput,
What's Lilliput?
a place where tiny little people live, like the borrowers.
I like the detail of like on the Vito, it's smaller. It looks like moss, but like on the house, it's bigger.
Don't talk to me about that Vito. Fucking gross. It's an abomination to the Big Brother Canada universe.
What did you think was going to happen? Did you think Jed was going to Jedwood said? You think
We
Jedson was
wish.
gonna go? Hey
Did I
guys,
think Jedson was
we've been
going to go?
given the
No.
parafido.
Oh, did I think Jedson was going to use it?
Yeah,
I feel like already got partly spoiled because Alfie was kind of like, oh, I don't want Latoya to go. And then Rowan said something about Latoya as well. And I thought, I don't even know this. And they're just
done deal.
assuming I'm. Yeah. So I feel like you ruined it for me, both of you. This is why I don't like talking to people about the program. Oh,
um,
hold on. But Rowan did get me wonderful Animal Crossing makeup this week. Thank you so much. Did you see it? You,
well, you sent me a picture of it, and I thought it was like figurines.
you can spoil me any day of the week, Rowan,
Um,
in more ways than one.
oh, a lot.
No, I like spoiling me on the TV program and
Oh,
spoiling me, buying me things.
I get
Take your
it.
mind out of the gutter,
No,
dear.
you'd rather be spoilt in that way,
Well,
not
yeah, who
in
wouldn't?
not in the terms of the show. That's your worst thing, but you do like being
I
spoilt in the
know.
other sense.
Oh, yeah.
Um, so Jedson decided not to use the power of veto. He said that his hands have been tied, and
See,
he did say that he wait. No, he didn't. It's Victoria. I got confused there. I thought he said something else, but I think I'm getting drunk. Victoria said to Jedson, um, wait, didn't at one point in the POV ceremony someone said that he he said he was going to use it to take Latoya down? Yeah, that's what he said. He said I was going to use it on Latoya, but my hands are tied. I can't do it. Basically.
he said, I hope it's true who your target really is.
Ah, that was it. That's what I was looking for. I just didn't make that note, but I knew there was some important shit that I hadn't noted. So
Mm.
thanks for that. Victoria late after the ceremony said to Jedson, "I know you're not going to believe me, but I was never going to put up Ty." And I thought, why are you saying that now?
It's not going to help.
It's not helpful, and also it's better to maintain the feeling of threat, I think,
Mm.
because now it's like, well, you just played me and you lied to me to get what you wanted. That's almost worse.
Yeah, you're right. That's a very good point.
Mm.
Um, hold on. We missed Arissa's outfit. Do you wish to discuss?
I can't remember it, so you have to tell me what it was. It wasn't a simple, solid
It
colored
was
dress.
a pinky purple dress with an asymmetric shoulder, I would say. I thought it was a hit.
I would say it was not memorable compared to the sunflowers last week.
No, that was my favorite so far. But better to be not memorable than memorable for all the wrong reasons, like Julie Chen and her furry
Furry
muffs.
sleeves. Oh yeah.
Oh, Julie Chen's been subject of in- goss this week.
Has she?
You want to touch on that briefly? You must know about the Sharon Osbourne and Julie Chen thing. Do you really not know this?
Oh, you sent me a link to a thread of tweets, and I had a little look across them, and it was
Mm,
about Sharon Osbourne behind the scenes saying like bad things about people,
mm,
racist things, problematic things. What did
mm.
she say about Judy Chen?
No, I
Well,
don't really want to
probably shouldn't
say.
repeat it, but
No,
some comment.
but yeah, sort of Asian slurs.
Yeah,
I think Sharon Osbourne's just a bit of a cunt. Don't
I
get me wrong,
know.
Julie
I think
Chen's a cunt and all, but
I think that's kind of Sharon Osbourne's brand, but like,
I know, but not to this extent.
no. And then we
There's a fine line.
Dan dug up a video of her in an anti-bullying campaign,
Mm.
back in like the noughties, I think, um, which is like not a good look when you're being explicitly racist about people.
I think it come out because she was supporting Piers Morgan, weren't she? And then I think some dirt got dug up on her. So,
Yeah.
oh, fuck her.
Oops. Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Racist supporting racist.
I forgot that she was having a go at Judy Chen.
Mm. Poor Julie Chen, leave her alone. Old
um,
Chenbot.
I think I've got sparing notes on this one, so interject if you've got anything else. But
Hold on, yeah, I've took quite detailed notes. So,
oh, go on then.
well, not that detailed, but
My next bit is a dining table discussion.
oh, that's good. Hold on, I'll pass to you then. Just check if I got anything else.
I ain't got long quotes though, so you might have more than me.
Oh yeah, when Jed said, "Oh, my hands are tied. I hope it's true who your target really is." That's not very nice for Kiefer, is it? Sat on the block next to Latoya. It's like,
No,
yeah,
but
hope you go.
no one cares
What?
about Kiefer
Well,
because
clearly, but it's
he
like
mopes around like a little
Lat-
sad turtle.
sad sack. Latoya said she feels confident she has the votes. Come on. Kiefer was playing dead. Um,
Playing dead.
yeah, don't know what that means. Um, Kiefer was crying. Jed said Keith has been playing the middle too much, but he said you'll always be a sunsetter.
Oh, yeah, he was crying, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'll cut to you because it's the dinner table scene now.
Well, have you got any lengthy quotes for me? Because I haven't. But basically, to set the scene, Kiefer, Tashawn, Jedson, and Latoya were all sitting around at the dining table talking about what Victoria had done to Latoya, and then was it Tashawn that said she got a GoPro, and someone was like, "Huh?
Yeah, he said she won't be touching the jury. She's got to go.
She's gotta go." Um, anything more from the quotes there? Because I've not got anything else.
No, that was pretty much it, and they were just all
Basically,
agreeing.
what they don't know is Victoria's waiting to go into the diary room, sitting on the block chairs. Apparently, they didn't even notice her sat
I know.
there.
I think she said. Oh, I thought she said a black chair, but maybe it was a block chair.
Oh, maybe it was a black chair.
Could have been.
But
Was she wearing black? Why was she that disguised? She's normally
yeah,
wearing pink.
I guess like around the corner. But
Mm,
I thought it was interesting that she says she's been sitting there for 20 minutes waiting to go to the diary room. That just reminds me of BBK. Like, oh, I've been
yeah,
trying to get into the diary room all day
yeah.
and they just won't open the door. Um,
So then when she walked past, Ty was like, "Oh fuck!" Like, did she? He was like, and
yeah,
then
and
look,
then Latoya's like, oh no, she won't have heard that.
nah, don't
And
worry,
then
she didn't hear.
she from the kitchen goes, yeah. No, she's like, no, no. Tasha was like, she won't have heard it. She's like, nope. And then Victoria's like, yeah. That was
Victoria must
such a
have
good scene.
fucking bat hearing. He hears everything. That was so good. That is like Big Brother in a nutshell for me. That's just like someone overhearing something they shouldn't hear, and it just someone like Ty's face. He like shit himself. He was like did the biggest fake smile I've ever seen. I was just like, you fucker, the mask has slipped.
And the thing was, she like wanted them to know, but she also didn't. So he was like,
Mm,
huh, what? And she's like, oh, nothing. I was answering a question.
mm.
So then they
It
were
was
just like,
so good. That feeling when you get caught out bitching about someone like that cold feeling of like, oh fuck, it's like the worst.
your stomach like drops.
We've seen it so many times on Big Brother, and it's always good. Um, so
Hang on,
then
was it in the show where somebody was it Kiefer talking about Josh and Julie like potentially coming back, and Josh was still in the house? He was like right there in front of him. I think I heard this on Julie
that
Girl
was
as
it.
well.
Yeah, that was it.
That should have been in the show. Was that in the
That
show? I
is
don't think
so
it was it?
bad. No, I don't think so. I heard it on a podcast as well. That is so bad. Fuck you, Kiefer. Um, Victoria said just because they look good doesn't mean they play good about the Sunsetters. She was bitching to Carla and Austin and said, it's war. It's war. Then we had the bingo scenes.
No, Arissa teased a ridiculous bingo task. I thought that's a good way to tease it. Absolutely ridiculous. Um,
I love bingo, can I just say? You know, I've got addicted to online bingo since lockdown.
oh, that's because you got a free deal for Foxy Bingo, wasn't it?
Yeah, but since then, I've been a bingo whore. I've been around every fucking bingo site because every site you pay £10, you get like £50 off of bingo. So I've just been jumping from bingo to bingo mixing,
Hmm.
and I have made a lot more than I've spent. I'd say
Oh yeah.
I've probably spent, I'd say maybe £100. I'd say I've made probably £500.
Hmm.
And it's fun. It's like really fun. Like there's free games you can play and there's other shit you can play. It's like good getting all the different deals. And when you win, it's like, woo, it's like a cheap thrill. And let's face it, there's not many of those these days. Also, it's good practice for when I'm old.
But
Uh,
it's a risk that you like play too much and then you lose the money that you got, right?
nah, I don't do that. I'm not prone to like addiction with things like gambling or drugs or drink. I just do it a certain amount and then I stop. It's true.
But
I've
BB
never had
Ross
an addict.
says, play responsibly.
Yeah, I've never had an addictive personality like that. Like I always like withdraw. If I win like 20 quid,
Apart
I'll
from to this
withdraw it.
television show they've been talking about for the past 20 fucking
Oh
years.
yeah, and crisps, but they're not deadly. Oh, actually, but yeah, I don't really get hooked on things like that. Thank God. Um, but yeah, bingo is actually really fun. Shout if a bingo company does want to sponsor us, feel free.
Before the bingo, actually, I got Latoya was saying she wasn't going to do a hard campaign.
Oh yeah, she said I
She
won't
went
be
to up,
kissing ass.
she went up to Austin and she like did her little not hard campaign, and Austin just kind of smiled at her and went, "Oh, I like your little spiel,
I
spiel."
I didn't like it when Austin did that. I thought it was so patronizing.
It really what it was so patronizing, but I found it really funny to watch. Oh,
It was funny, but I
your
don't
little
like
spiel.
I don't. Yeah, that was so
Like
rude.
now run along.
I'm surprised Latoya didn't nutter. That was so bad. Oh yeah. Oh, and the other thing Austin said in that conversation, she said, "Girl, I like your little spiel." Like a white person calling a black woman girl. There's just something iffy about that,
I
don't you
don't think
think?
I Austin's not quite a white person though, is she? She's
Isn't she?
no, I think she's like partly Guyanan.
Austin,
Like not Ghanan, Guyana, isn't that South? Isn't that
Ghanaian?
South?
No, she ain't.
No, no, Guyana. I think it's South America, but I'm not sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Anyway, I still think it's not a good look. It was like a Christmassy sort of thing, like girl, girl, like
girl, I
sister.
play Xbox.
Yeah, it's like
That's
something like iffy about it.
Brandy Glanville
Um,
vibes. Kiefer told Austin and Braden that Victoria has asked him to act mopey and
mm,
act like a target because it's easier to blindside Latoya. Is that true or not? Do we
yeah, I
know?
think yeah, no, that was true. Yeah. Oh
That's
yeah, and
strange because
Braden.
you don't need to ask Kiefer to act mopey. He already is.
Yeah, I was going to say that. And Braden and Austin already knew about it, but they were just like playing along, like playing dumb.
Oh, the lip. What are they called? Not lip gloss, bitch. What are they called?
Mm,
Glossy
forgot.
bossies, bossy
Glossy.
glossies,
We'll just call them the lip gloss bitches for
lip gloss
ease.
bitches. So
This bingo.
the
Oh,
bingo thing was played in
filler.
teams, but it's not those teams.
No, they're gone.
So they had to win a pizza party, and they could choose a member of the losing team to become a bingo ball for the rest of the week.
This is
Which,
very
by the way,
BBK.
didn't you
Pizza
think
party.
like they've already shown Braden in the bingo ball at the in the intro
Hmm.
in the outfit, so you already know which team's lost and who's the ball. So it kind of like was a waste of time.
Gaz, you are onto something here. They have been doing a little spoiler in the intro, and you know my feeling on spoilers.
Mm.
On BBUS, when they do that funny bit at the start,
It's
it's
always
always
from the
from the
last episode.
it's from the previous episode. BB have been doing it beforehand. I don't like that. Save that till the next episode.
Well, what I noticed was in I think the episode before, they obviously did like a party where they did cross dressing
Mm.
because you saw clips of some of the male housemates dressed as women in the start, but it wasn't in the show. It was like, oh, here's something we haven't got time for, but we'll tease you with it
Don't
at the
tell India
start.
Willoughby. Oh, that
we'll
sounds fun. I
tease
want
you,
to see it.
we'll tease you at the start, but can't see anything more, which I thought was a bit upsetting because historically, men dressing in the girls' clothes is quite a sort of Big Brother tradition, really, in the
Mm.
UK anyway.
Mm. But remember in Big Brother Australia, those twats did it. That fucking Matt.
Dan and Matt.
That broke back mountain Matt guy. Fuck it.
Broken Hill.
Like the opposite of broke back mountain, broke back hill.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on my last can of Secco
Okay.
Bianco from Lidl. It's actually quite good. £1.50 a can though, not cheap.
Anything from the bingo? So there were like forfeits in the bingo. I've just got one written down of note, which was a very what the fuck moment for me.
I've just the only thing I've written about the bingo is one simple line. Why is BB Can so obsessed with balls? And that was it. It was just such filler fluff. It was a bit BB UK-ish, but I was just not here for the filler. I was here for the drama.
The thing is, I understand they need to put in sponsorship, and this is how
Yeah,
they did it. But like, it was so long. Like, it took them so long to get a line, and it was just like so much stuff to cover. But like, they
that's
didn't
what
have the
happens at
time.
bingo.
They didn't have the time to cover it. But the thing that I've written, the what the fuck thing I've written is the ice cream seat. Remember that?
Or was it Kiefer?
Keith had to like
It
sit in a bucket of supposedly ice cream, although I'm sure it wasn't really ice cream, but
looked
like
like I thought it was slot.
it was white liquid. But it's like, why? That's not. I didn't enjoy seeing Kiefer sit in the ice cream seat, and also, is the ice cream seat a thing in Canada? Like, is that a tradition? Is that like, do you even ice cream seat, mate? Did I do? Is that like from Newfoundland or what? I need to know.
I hope not. Why would it? Why would
No,
it?
you never know. Like perhaps like what they called when they do like freshers have initiation ceremonies. Perhaps it's like that sort of shit.
We need to get our fact checker onto this.
Mm, I need to know
Alfie,
about the ice cream seat.
I don't think Alfie knows about this.
So yeah, Braden has to wear the bingo suit.
No, I don't care about that.
No. Tina was revealing that she feels like she's just a number for the Sunsetters and that she's at the bottom of the alliance. And she was
Mm.
talking to Beth about who the Sunsetters are going to vote out
Mm.
in the Expedia room, I think this was. And she was
Mhm.
kind of asking Beth, like, what the plan was from within the Sunsetters. So obviously, she's still on the inside of that um, alliance, so she can get that intel. But she was being
Did,
very careful not to reveal what she was going to do.
yeah, and did you see Tina sort of like rolling her eyes at Beth?
Well, I realized that like if you put a sound effect on an eyebrow raise, it makes it all
Yeah.
the more impactful, and they do that all the time. That shing, you know.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if she was actually rolling her eyes, but in my head, she was.
I think she was.
Hmm.
Um,
Do you know about this whole Beth, Ty, and Jed threesome thing?
um, only that Beth obviously kissed Jedson in the hot tub, but
Hmm.
hasn't been kissing Tishon
She's
in
kissing
bed.
she's kissing Ty at night and Jed in the day. What do you think of this as a strategy?
Really?
Yeah, and but Ty and Jed know about it, and they're sort of like being broy about it. I say Beth go for the threesome. We're here for it. We'll watch. And
Yeah.
let's face it, we would.
Well, yeah, I would, but what? Go for it or
Yeah,
or watch it.
threesome. Either.
I actually was watching this morning as they woke up, and I realized that Beth and Tashawn weren't in the same bed this morning when they got up.
Hmm. I wonder if I don't
So
think they're having it off. I think they're just kissing.
I don't know, but I did hear on Judy Girl Pod that she made a sort of somewhat borderline problematic comment
Oh, go on. No, I don't
about
know
like,
this.
did you not hear that? But apparently she
No,
was
because
caught.
I'm not. I'm one behind. What did she say?
No, I think I'm also one behind. She was caught to be saying, "Oh, I've like never been with a black guy, and now I've got two of them,"
Oh, for
which is
God's
a bit
sake!
like, what?
No, I definitely did not hear that. I would have remembered it.
Yeah, James commented on that.
Fetishizing.
Yeah, sort of. But I don't know. It's weird that they both know about it and they're okay with it.
I think they're sort of. I don't know. Maybe they do want to have a threesome. Maybe it's like the new normal for BB Can diversity, polyamory. You never know.
Diversity of thought.
I would. I would enjoy it. But yeah,
um,
Beth's annoying. I don't know why everyone fancies her. She's so bland. While we're talking about problematic comments, should we talk about Victoria saying the R word? We don't know in what context she said it, but anyway, apparently she was cancelled. But I don't care if she said it. She's obviously a nice person. She didn't really mean it. People say things sometimes they don't mean it. It wasn't like the N word or anything like that. So give her a break.
the thing is, I think like there are some words that in America they say. I don't know about Canada, but I think isn't that word okay in America still?
It used to be, but I think it's not been in recent years.
Is there not another variant on it that's okay or not? Maybe
What's
not.
the variant? The Brazilian variant,
I
the South African variant.
don't know. I feel like we've discussed this word before,
Oh,
and
I'm sure we
we've
have.
gone
The
like
M word. The
we've
M word.
said
I
no, and we've said like oh, but apparently in America it's fine.
know. It's like cunt over here as well. It's fine. Say it on the breakfast television. No one
Say it in a meeting. Oh yeah, by the way, apparently Dermot swore on this
he
morning. This
did. He
morning, what did
said
he
shit.
say?
He
Oh,
just said
big deal,
shit.
big deal. He was
He didn't
trending on
even.
Twitter for that.
He didn't even apologize about it
Hmm,
because I watched that
no,
this morning.
nice segment there on how to make eggs. I saw. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how the context Victoria used this in, but I don't think it's cancelable behavior. Do you?
I don't cancel anyone. I'm a Morrissey fan, so it's all good. So what next? Oh, Latoya in the yellow. I was loving it.
Oh, she looks really good. The trouser suit thing,
Mm.
pantsuit, and also with a contrasting chunky necklace. That was a
Oh,
good
I
look.
didn't like the necklace.
Oh, I did like
Right.
the necklace.
Come on, Gaz, you're not really commenting on the clothes this year. We need some more equal chic back. Who's been
Um,
who's been impressing you on the sartorial front?
I mean, Kiefer, he's got some very nice hoodies and moccasin combos going on. Shorts that are too long for his stocky legs. I like that as a look. Uh, um, do you know what the thing is? They're actually. I feel like the dress sense in Canada is getting better as the years go on, don't you?
Really?
Yeah,
Hold on, I'll let the cat in.
been there's been
Sorry.
no there's been no boob laces to speak of for a while, and I think when the clothes are good, I'm less likely to comment on them, you know? Oh, no, she's dealing with this cat.
Sorry.
Um, I can't hear you if you're
Boo
responding, you know, unless you're talking to
boob
the mic.
laces, boob laces are never go out of fashion.
But did you hear what I
Let's
said
be
about
real.
I feel like when the fashion's good, I'm less likely to comment.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
it hasn't been bad. It's
Like
just
heavy weather suits,
oh god.
lest
Wait,
we
wasn't
forget.
I think that Kiefer was wearing a bad suit when he went in, but and I did pass comment on the tailor and not being good in Canada on the way when they went in on the intro show. I'm trying to load a
Sorry.
website and it is not working for me.
What website?
Oh, I can't tell you. It's a
Oh, what you up to?
secret.
Oh, the bill.
Huh?
Right, I'm back. I'm back, baby.
Um,
Oh, why am I yellow? I hate it when I go yellow.
Tina basically said that the only person she's really loyal to is Tara.
I was surprised about that.
And Tina currently sits in the middle of the Sunsetters and the Oddballs. And she basically decides to come clean to Tara about her past alliance with the Sunsetters, didn't she?
Oh yeah.
And to which Tara said, let the snakes fight the snakes.
You know what happens then?
What happens?
Tongues everywhere.
And then Tina said she was still shitting bricks about voting out a sunsetter.
Hmm.
Nice mention for the brick there.
Ah. Peter Brown was talking about the brick. It's nice
Why
to
was he
hear.
going through the like sponsorship of the past?
Peter Brown was going on about BBUK, like going on and on about BBUK, like social experiment, and those BBUK players come into Canada and they know how to play the game. It might not be like they weren't used to the competition rules, but they know how to like, do the social dynamics and all this shit. I was thinking, oh, calm down there. Funnily enough, someone
What?
actually has
Nikki
respect for
Graham
the
knows how to play the social game. I don't think so.
yeah. But it's actually funny to hear of a North American person actually respecting the BB game because normally they're just like that's a load of shit. They don't understand like that what it takes to be popular in the UK. You've got to wet the bed at least once.
Why was he talking about old you or old BB?
Because they were talking about if there were going to be any late entrants to BB and they said the only sort of successful late entrants there've been was Tim and Nikki really and Alison and the butt
Interesting.
veto. Hmm. Yeah, it was
Um, so
your
the
victory.
vote, I've got the vote, yeah, where I've written that I really like Latoya's necklace that you don't. Latoya said, Victoria has made her intentions clear, and I hope you all honor that and vote to keep me in this house. I put the emoji like, did she actually? No,
That's all
she
I've got to
can't
say.
be serious.
Did she believe that when she said it?
I mean, it felt like she did, which was a surprise.
When she came out, she's like, "No, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it." The eye down.
It's me, it's you, it's you, it's me. Um, I think the only vote that I was really interested in seeing here was which way Tina was going to vote,
Mm.
and she
Played her
voted
out.
Latoya out. Yeah,
She's shrewd. She's playing her own game.
the vote was 6-3. So who were the three that voted? So Jed, Ty, and Keith. No, Keeper doesn't have a vote.
Jed, Beth, and
Beth.
Ty
Beth.
voted Kiefer out. Okay.
What did you think about? I've got something stuck in my teeth and it's really annoying me.
Cover your webcam with your bit of tape.
I don't have a bit of tape. I've got it
Cover it
out
with
now.
your thumb.
What did you think about the lack of hug for Victoria? Fair
Oh, I
or
liked
unfair?
it. I liked it. It's like hug this person, hug this person, whoop, hug the next person.
And Victoria was just like,
Yeah.
like
What do you
shaking her head.
expect? Come on. Not that Latoya plays it emotionally, but come on.
Now, apparently, it's not written into the contract that you have to stand at the top of the stairs and say an iconic line before you leave, because
Thank you.
Latoya just decided to storm out.
True. I've also noted that same thing. I've put at least no stupid goodbye thing.
I put
And
no
I've,
final screeches.
I put, it's a shame to lose Latoya. It is a shame to lose her. She's a good character.
It's a shame to lose like a baller, someone who came in to really play and go hard, but they went hard and went home.
I hope we don't end up with a lot of bland people towards the end, like Kyle and Beth and, you know,
Rohan and
the
Terra.
white people.
Yeah.
What?
Um, Arissa said, "Queen, not like this. Is it premature to call Latoya a queen when she's voted out third?"
I don't know what Arissa meant by not like this because it was good the way she went out. It was like epic, but maybe not this early. I could have got behind, but not like this. No, like this. I like it.
Yeah. Um, Anything else from the interview?
Oh, Latoya said, "Yeah, I knew I was going," which is a lie. From the goodbye messages, Braden said, "The Queen of Flips has been flipped on." Victoria said, "Your attitude ain't it. As far as
Oh
this game
yeah,
goes, you're done."
that was a really strong goodbye message.
So then we had the HOH comp, which was seniors. This was it called seniors discount.
Yeah, it was discount.
It was like where you slide something. Like I've seen this a billion times. Um, and then
It
he
just
went.
needed the ding 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 ding, ding music. Ding 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 ding.
What music did it have?
I don't even know. Something like no, it wasn't. I don't know what it was. Quite chilled music, I think, because it was supposed to be like
Mm,
old people on holiday, wasn't
yeah,
it? I thought there were some shirts in there that Jack might like.
yeah. I actually like. I tell you, could look good in those shirts. Tie.
Jedson. Oh.
Tie. And no, I'm not a fan of Jedson. He's a bully.
Ooh.
It's a strong word.
Um, I wrote I do not want Kiefer to win. Dot dot dot, and then a simple FFS was how my notes ended.
Well, the only reason I thought it might be interesting is if Kiefer got the hump with his own alliance because they all, let's face it, they all evicted him
Ready for him to
and
go.
then
Yeah.
defects. Do you think he's got it in him?
Um, Not by himself, but perhaps he could be turned.
Who could turn him on the other
Tina.
side? Yeah. Ooh,
Tina could potentially, or Victoria. Let's see.
I like that
um, it did come down to a tie though between Austin and
idea.
Kiefer, didn't it? Do you think did Austin purposely fluff that one up, or
No, Austin
uh,
wants that power again.
thing is,
But that would have,
If Austin had not like played in exactly the same way as she did before, she should have got a 10 again. No,
yeah, yeah. No, but I think it was just a fuck up.
do you
But
think that?
Austin being at HH going to be boring, don't you think?
Um, Not necessarily, because though she's not exactly an oddball, she's more of
She is an
uh,
oddball.
yeah, but she's a bossy glossy first, isn't she? Whatever it's called.
Oh, right. We
Um,
need the red string. Which
I
alliances?
Yeah, I still think that she would take shots at Ty and Jedson given the chance.
Yeah. Which I
Um,
want to see, but Alfie's like, I love Ty, I love Jedson.
well, don't we
What?
all, but eye candy's not enough in this
Exactly
phase.
like, okay, they're all right, but you said you enjoyed
Um,
them getting a haircut earlier.
oh no, I just like seeing them how seriously they were focused on getting the edges sorted out, and that they were both doing it for each other, which was kind of for me the conclusion of the what's going to happen with our hair conversation.
What are edges? Says the white person.
So like this line, the line of
Oh, okay.
your hairline basically,
Oh,
and
okay.
that shaving out anything that is not in line
It's more
along the
sort of,
whole along all of the edges.
it says more sort of square, kind of if you've
Yeah,
got
like squaring
afro
off
hair.
and
Yeah,
straightening up, like
yeah.
touching up the lines is probably a more regular occurrence
I
than a
thought it was
full on cut.
I thought it was that. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah. Um, do you think that Tina purposely overshot the board so that she didn't have to reveal herself? This is
Probably.
I thought so.
I
She
don't think
really
she wants to be HOH. She wants to be behind the scenes mixing.
It's also beneficial for everyone that Tina stays in that position.
Mm. Yeah, because they can get the information on both sides.
Yeah.
What do you think of Tina?
Um, I mean, like is a strong word, but I'm I'm okay with her. I feel like recognizing that you're the bottom of that alliance is, I've got respect for that because so many people would just stay in that bottom position and eventually be picked off. So the fact that she's wised up early and is making moves elsewhere, I think is commendable, and she's playing the best game that she could be playing at the moment, I think.
She's obviously, quite clever. And I don't necessarily like her as a person, but if she's gonna be a good gamer, then
I
I'm
don't
here
think
for
I
it.
know her as a person, but I'm here for her
Yeah.
because she's obviously LGBTQ plus, and I like that representation. That's my people.
Mm. Yeah, and I'm here for her just because she's, middle aged like me.
Come on,
That's what she said when she went in the house. She said I'm middle aged.
she's she's 40, isn't she?
42.
I don't. Is that middle age? I
Mid-
don't think
I
so,
don't
or
think
is
you're
it?
middle aged till you're at least like 50 odd, do you?
I think not. Yeah, I think that's about right.
Hmm.
50 odd, surely.
I've got some little tidbits here if you want them.
Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah.
From other podcasts or from?
Yeah, from other podcasts.
Okay, yeah, go on. You normally give me this at the start. Why did you choose to reserve it to an end?
Because I thought we might run out of time, which maybe we have.
We run out of time. We don't
No, I
have
thought
a time limit.
I know, but I thought we might be tired. But now I'm drunk, so I'm like, let's carry on.
Also, we got through that eviction pretty quick.
Yeah, good. So,
I knew that even though it was in theory a good week in Big Brother, it was a boring week to talk about. I kind of knew that.
I wonder why.
I don't know. It's just like there's not that much happened, although a
Hmm.
lot happened in the game.
It's funny
Not
because
much.
I was so excited about what happened with Victoria, but when it comes to talking about it, yeah, my excitement was just like whatever. It was so good at the time. It's like you can't recapture that moment. That would have
No.
been a good one to, watch live together.
Yeah.
So something I found out is the housemates enjoy giving each other massages, and I thought you'd appreciate that for the BBK times.
Oh, the red shorts. Yeah.
You got to love a massage.
You got to love massage. Stalwart of the BB Nation. Who's massaging who? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I didn't write that down. We'll find that out from Alfie. I've got some ancient Josh news.
Oh, good. I've been dying to hear more from Josh.
I'm sure you have. Housemates are getting annoyed because he's making them cups of tea too much. That is
Oh,
annoying.
do you know what? Making someone a cup of tea, that's like giving someone £1 million.
He said that.
Gemma Collins to Tiffany Pollard.
Dipping that biscuit in that hot salty tea.
She goes, really? Gemma's like, yeah. That is iconic, to be fair.
That is not iconic. Um. Oh,
Matt,
another.
Matt from Bibi Spy would say otherwise.
Oh, I don't know why he likes Jim Collins. So something else, another podcast mentioned was that they got rid of the shortlist section from last year. That's good, isn't it? Remember that?
The shortlist
Saying
of
that,
nominees.
yeah, that was
I that was
pointless.
Well, I heard Cindy with an S talking about this, and bear in mind, Cindy with an S has been in there twice, so she's quite like knowledgeable on production and stuff like that. So, which
Mm.
makes her like she is. Um, she said like, oh, in the past they've made the housemates sit there and go, I might nominate this person, but on the other hand, I might nominate this
Flim
person.
flam.
Yeah, the flim flam section. She basically said like, oh, the production have chosen to like remove that this year because they know that it's pointless and that
Mm.
it's not actually fun for people to watch, and that
Mm.
majority of times the HOH knows exactly who they want to nominate. So
And they've talked about it for the past 3 days.
yeah, and like for the housemate in that position, when it comes to like having to do that, it's like an act, so it's fake, and the audience know that too. That's what Cindy
Yeah,
with an S said.
I reckon Arissa probably got rid of that part, don't you?
Yeah, probably.
So this I learned. The next fact I learned from Julie Girl. This is a good juicy bit of gossip. Josh was talking about all the STDs he'd ever had.
Oh
Did you
yeah,
hear? Did you hear
he
this?
had apparently he had gonorrhea, but it's weird that in America they still say STD, whereas it's STI here.
Hmm. I still say STD because I'm an old person. And apparently had gonorrhea.
I work in the field of sexual health, and
Yeah.
I can assure
Yeah.
you STI is the politically correct
Oh,
terminology.
I believe you. He had gonorrhea and his dick was dripping. That don't sound good.
Now, that doesn't sound um oh God.
Go on. Don't get fired. Talk about this responsibly.
No, it's nothing to do with my job. Speaking from experience,
Even better. Experience of what? Having gonorrhea.
oh, fuck it, yeah. Fuck it. I've had gonorrhea.
I
Um,
don't really know what gonorrhea is.
Me neither, but I don't want to know.
Does it make your dick drip?
Well, no, not in my experience, but perhaps I had it in a different way because the thing with gonorrhea is you can obviously like get it in different places.
Can you?
You can get it in different parts of your body depending on what has been where.
Right. Got you.
So I
This
had
is
it in
my
my
favorite bit of the podcast so far.
I had it in my throat.
Oh, was this or before?
I'm sorry, you're
Sorry, you're
going to
going
have
to
to
say.
Oh
say
no,
that
you just cut
again
out there.
because yeah,
Oh
I was going to
no.
say you absolutely went shrill and
Oh
distorted.
no.
What did you just say?
Was that when I knew you or before?
No, you knew me. You knew me very well.
Oh yeah, I remember when you had that throat issue and another issue too.
Oh my. Well, let's not go to the other issue because I don't even
No,
remember what that
no,
is.
I
But
don't think that was sexual in the end. It was something else.
you'd have to tell me this off air because I don't know what you're talking about. But
Carry on.
yeah,
Are you
that's all.
regretting your life choices right now?
Very much so. Um,
Anyway,
no,
what?
not
How do you cure it? Is it curable?
you have an injection
Oh,
into your bum cheek
mm, ouch.
and a single tablet, and that's it.
Oh, fuck it then. That's nothing. It's
No,
not like
gonorrhea is
it's not like something that recurs. I think just the name of it sounds horrible. It's like gonorrhea. It sounds frightening, doesn't it? But
yeah, it sounds creepy. It's very
yeah.
treatable. It's very treatable.
Oh, I think they should rebrand it. Yeah. I think you should talk to your
Definitely.
work about that. It's
We'll
gonorrhea.
try.
You just call it like the G or something.
The GC. Um,
Then people might want to get it, and then that'll be an issue. Maybe keep it as it is.
the problem with gonorrhea was there was like a super gonorrhea emerging
Oh,
that was very hard to treat, and I don't really know what happened with that, but that was a concern. Like if you got super gonorrhea, you're in trouble. Super.
Supermax gonorrhea. Supermax gonorrhea.
Or Supermax.
Okay, well, as long as there was no dripping, that's the main thing.
There was no
Um,
dripping, but he probably had a different case to me.
Look, what Julie Girl said, well, what Zach said was, if you're a gay man, you're gonna get STIs, and that's just a fact of life. And I thought, is it?
Zach said that, did he?
Yeah, he said that, and James was like,
Yeah.
like he was not agreeing. I mean,
To be honest with
STI.
you, I think it is a fact of life, and if you get one, it's not a shameful thing. Like it shouldn't be shameful. Like it has been shameful in the past.
Oh, that's the thing. Even with boring straight people, you get something from time to time, and like even if you're careful, like if you give someone a blowjob, you're not going to use a condom, are you? Let's be real. So, well, you're not, are you? Otherwise, you
Uh,
wouldn't bother.
Honestly,
So,
that is the weirdest idea to do that with a condom on, and
can you
the fact
imagine?
the fact that they even make them flavored is just so fucking bizarre to me.
I'd be sick if I did that. Oh, imagine it. Oh, anyway, so yeah, you could protect your vagina all you like, but if you give someone a blowjob, who knows what's going on? Could be
Well,
dripping. I don't know.
quite, and I think this is the problem. Like, I don't know if I want to say anymore, but like
Go
you
on,
can,
say it. No one's
like,
listening.
like you say, you can be really careful in every respect when it comes to having sex, but you could still get an STI and it could catch you by surprise.
Of course you can. And also, sometimes it's not even your fault. Sometimes your partner cheats on you and gives you one. Not that that's happened to me, but it could have done.
Mm.
and
Yeah.
then and then you have to go to the fucking clinic and be like embarrassed, and it's like not even your fault. It's like fucking men, dogs.
Well, the
Not hashtag not all men.
the thing is, Zach saying that, oh, it's part and parcel of being a gay guy.
Mm,
I think that there is a tendency for straight people to think that they're immune to STIs and they don't get them as well, and that actually, um, for gay people, we're testing more and it's more
mm,
routine to be aware of
mm.
things. And actually, for gay people, I mean, straight people who are like not as in tune, they're the
Yeah,
people that are
more
being affected
blase.
more because
Mm,
they're not checking and stuff is rising amongst those populations. And then
mm,
the 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 one that is on the rise here
mm.
is syphilis at the moment, and
Ooh,
that's
that's
straight
another bad
people.
name. It's another bad
Well,
name.
none of them sound great.
Doesn't sound good, does it? I'll tell you the worst one that straight people can get, having a baby. That is the worst one, isn't it? At least gay people are immune from that shit.
Yeah, small mercies, eh?
That's the one you really have to avoid.
It's true. In a way, it's true. Like,
Um, absolutely. Not in a way, in every way. So uh Beth has been kissing Jen and Ty. Okay, we covered that. Mm, Oh, BBCAN is doing a BBUK. Do you know what they're doing that's BBUK like?
um, they have a public vote for who should not be on slop.
That's so boring. Isn't that boring? I should have got rid of that along the shortlist. They are
What?
putting on the show on different days, whatever the days are, I forget. One is at 7, one is at 8, and one is at 9.
Oh wow.
That's good for the viewers, isn't it? Why do they do this shit? So dumb.
I don't
I just
know
thought
why
that
they
was
do that.
interesting.
Sometimes I feel like perhaps they schedule it to feed the audience into something else.
Oh, maybe.
Like, oh, the Big Brother people will watch this reality show too, so
Hmm.
we'll put them on next to each other, kind of thing.
Yeah, but why at different times?
I don't know about that. That never makes sense. Don't mess your audience around. Just put it on the same time every time that it's on every day.
Now, when the ball pit was revealed, Tara had an emotional reaction because she'd been through something in a ball pit. Now,
She was terrified.
oh, there's something there when she goes, and let's
Yeah.
face it, she will win. That was good. Yeah, I know how it feels to be in a bad spot in a ball pit, so I can
Hmm.
relate to
Face
this.
down in the balls.
I was not face down, but I was definitely underground, the first one under.
A face full of sweaty balls.
Oh, the thought of it now.
The
Oof.
smell of that ball pit area was
Did it
disgusting.
smell?
It
I
smelled
don't.
sweaty as hell.
Oh,
It smelled like beer. I remember going in there and looking back and going, it smells.
I didn't even. God, you could have told me at the time. I didn't smell it. I must have been pissed.
By
Sweaty balls. We know them well.
the way, we've not been
Um.
in the Big Brother Canada ball pit. It's a ball pit in a bar in London, so it's definitely 10 times worse.
mm. So I don't know what Tara went through in the ball pit. Maybe
Howie or
did someone hit her in the eye? Did someone get in her mouth? Who knows? Um.
she might
So,
have fondled a sweaty man who was hiding under the balls like I did.
oh my God, was
Disgusting.
he hiding deliberately under the balls?
Yeah,
Ooh. Well, that's
predatory.
Ooh. So that's it for my. That was it. That wasn't that great, was it?
Oh, it's brilliant.
Oh, thank you.
Got me to talk about that time I had gonorrhea, so I'm sure people will love hearing about
That'll be the big hit of the
that.
podcast. We'll put that in the advertisement.
Yeah.
Right. Do you want to look at the while you look at the emails? I'm going to read out Matthew Pagazzani's tweet DM that he sent us.
Oh, I really need a toilet break again.
Yeah, actually, let's do that.
Okay, let's come back. When we come back, we will open the inbox.
BRB.
We're
Guess
back.
who's back? Back again. We've got a DM from Matthew Pagazani. We
Who?
said slide into our DMs, and only one person did. But to be honest, he's the best person. So the rest of you fucked up. Here we go. Oh, he messaged us last week, and he messaged us this week. Hold on, why is it not
He
letting me?
was just out of time last week. That's why.
I don't know what is. I don't know why it's not letting me. Oh no, here it goes. So last week it said, I saw your tweet too late and you've probably already recorded. Yes, we had. Just want to say I'm beyond happy you guys are back. That's nice, beyond happy. Love that you're doing a draft. Oh, we've completely forgot about the draft.
Oh God.
So Julie girl as well. I'll make sure I send a proper email for the next pod if I am too late. Oh, he didn't, but he sent a DM. Oh, and I plan to listen to the pod on Amazon Music. Please don't judge me. It's actually not a bad app.
And you were saying it was for the old people.
Come on, Matthew Pakistani.
Honestly, the
Be
crowd there
reasonable.
is booming. It's a
I'm not.
burgeoning audience for us.
I'm not surprised. No, I don't know why
Boomers.
my Twitter DMs keep shutting. Um, as always, love you both, and again, so happy BB on Blast is back. I can only listen to Taryn drone on about every minute detail of house strategy, and Melissa's dogs barking on our hat for so long. Talk soon. Thank you. And he sent another one since then, which I've not read. Don't read until after you've watched The Eviction. Now, that is a good start to a message. Still recovering from the Latoya eviction. Absolutely loved her and definitely think she left too soon. It's funny because I really did not like her to start with, but totally loved her by the end. Saying that, girl, you got a campaign. Girl,
Girl.
microaggression. Um, not saying it would have made a difference, but she was completely blindsided. You just never know. And if you don't try, you will 100% go. So yeah, went from heartbreak to yelling at my TV and absolute excitement when Kiefer won HOH. What? I'm almost
What?
positive my cat Kiki thinks I'm a lunatic. Oh, can you send us a picture of your cat Kiki? I want to see her.
Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding?
Kiki,
Will you
she was
never
the
ever
person.
leave from beside me?
Kiki was the person in the crossword, but the word search puzzle for BBCAN.
Oh, well, they fucked it up.
Yeah. Um, but hey, it's Big Brother. It's emotional. Not if you're Latoya. Now, we can hopefully watch that smug, sour faced fake Kyle squiggle and squirm. It will be beautiful to watch. What do you both think of Kiefer? And what side of the house are you pulling for? Love you both. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Oh.
I think it's safe to say that we both just like Kiefer.
The thing is, I think we've missed a trick here with Kyle because Alfie fucking hates Kyle as well. And Matthew Pagazani hates Kyle. And I trust both of their views. So perhaps we should start hating Kyle.
I literally said in this podcast that I hate Kyle.
Oh, well, I hate him too. But
The
what about the eyebrows?
eyebrows are inconsequential for me. Kyle brings nothing to this show. He feels like a replacement. He's got nothing about him. I would rather have just not had him.
What if Big Brother actually does bring in that other Kyle instead, just one day, and just act like this is Kyle, just like, oh, this is Kyle, and
Yeah, just
people go,
replace him in the night. That would be better.
yeah, and people go to
The-
diary and they're like, this ain't Kyle, where's the eyebrows? And
yeah,
they're like,
and the
oh, that's him.
yeah, and the new Kyle Moore has to just act like he was there all along. That would be great.
That would actually be a really good twist.
I
Like
would be here for that.
it's like a Kafka-esque sort of like Big Brother. Oh my god, you can have that for free for us, and I'm sure Carl Moore would appreciate it too.
What esque?
Kafka.
Kafka, what's that?
It's like a writer who writes books that are like you wake up and like the world's changed and it's like diabolical. You learn something new every day on BB on Blast.
um, I am struggling with the emails. I don't think we've
Oh.
got any this week.
No, we have. No, we have. Because I've been swiping them when they come in.
Since the 12th of March, right?
Yeah, we've had at least 3 emails.
What's the date today? 19th. And the 12th of March was when? Last Friday.
We've had emails from
Braden's one's from last week already, right? We've read that already.
Laurie, we had the catchphrases.
Yeah.
Oh, we had. I swear we had other ones.
That's it. That
No,
is it.
I swear we had other ones. Well, we had
Unless you can
YouTube
find them
comments. We
somewhere.
had a lot of YouTube comments that were quite good.
Let me just
I,
see. The
I'm sure we've.
Braden's email from last week we've already read, haven't we?
Yes,
So sad. Josh went. Yeah,
I'm sure we had an email
we've
from
read that.
Anthony from
Anthony
Stitcher.
S from Stitcher.
I thought so.
I think it's really only Laurie. So,
Maybe I imagined it.
oh my god, there's so many catchphrases here. Laurie has been
Come on, I
compiling
want to hear him.
the definitive list of the BB on Blast International. It's the BB on Blast International Catchphrase Compilation.
Which is your favorite?
After you
And
two,
where are they from?
after you two talked about sprinkling international BB catchphrases into any season you're podding about, I thought it was the perfect time to share the list I've been compiling. Okay, here we go. Here's the lowdown. It's like a chart. Da, da, da,
Here's
da, da,
one.
da, 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 da. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Was that the chart?
Top of the pops, isn't
It
it?
was, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. I think the top of the pops. The top one is tonight, which
We've
I
not
don't
been
think we
doing. We
use it
should
that
be
much.
doing more of that. That's an official BB Can one.
True.
Tonight on Laurie's catchphrase chart.
Abrupt
Yeah.
is the
Oh,
second one. They're not actually in a chart. The third one is not a tear was shed.
hold on. If we've got abrupt, we need hell's coming along with that. Maybe it's coming late.
It's coming. Um,
I didn't doubt you, Laurie. Well, hold on. What was that? Not a tear was shed. Yep.
yeah.
Your biz.
In at number four, it's draw the line in the sand.
Well, we've mentioned that at least 10 times tonight, so that's good.
How's this echo? Is that extreme or not? I can't hear myself in the echo.
It sounds good. I like the
Um, in at number five, there's no numbers on this list. I'm just saying. I'm
The
proud of
sex.
you.
What?
I'm proud of you.
Ah, that is a classic.
Who is that?
Casey Batchelor's mum to Jim Davidson. How niche do you want to be?
From, come on, give me the Big Brother as well. The
What big?
country.
Oh, UK.
In at number six, it's I could kill somebody with these two fingers. You're
We don't
frozen on
mention
me.
that
Come
often,
back.
do we?
I don't
We.
think we do.
I find that. Oh, I find that woman quite annoying.
In at number seven, it's he's mugging you off, darling.
Wasn't that Casey Batchelor's mum as well?
Yeah. In at number six, it's one that I think has been misquoted. It's "Do you want to kiss me?" I
All this time, and she's still not got it
think
right.
it's "Do you even kiss, mate?" Isn't it?
It was what Toadfish said to Spencer and Heidi, like saying that they were faking their relationship. And he said,
Oh,
"Do you even kiss me?"
it is Toadfish. I thought it was Razor Ruddock from BBK.
No, it was
CBBK.
Toadfish. It was
Do you want to kiss
Toadfish.
me?
That was Spencer and Heidi were pretending they had sex. Remember in bed.
In at number, I don't know, eight. I don't like tea and I don't like coffee.
Oh God,
It's not even northern. I don't know why
that
it
must
comes
be
out
one of
like that.
yours. That's not
No,
mine. That's
that's
poorly.
you. That is
Eating
you for
show.
sure. I don't like tea and I don't like coffee. Um, oh God, this is another one. Thank you for looking out for my girl.
Oh my God, not Casey. How has Casey Batchelor's mum got free entries into this? That is where BB on Blast flourishes in the minutiae of nonsense.
In at number 11, it's she's got a girlfriend. All right,
That is classic. It's not she's got a girlfriend, all right. It's she's got a boyfriend, all right.
boyfriend. All right.
Laurie, write down these notes when you're sober.
Who were those twins? They were awful. They were twins, weren't they?
They got booted out in the toilet roll of doom.
Disgusting pair.
Did they get booted out in the toilet roll of doom? I think
No,
so.
they didn't. They got voted out. They got evicted out
Before that.
before it. Yeah. Um, Number 12 is Hell's Coming.
Oh, classic.
Shout out to Andrew.
Yeah, Hell's
Um,
Coming is so
at
good.
number 13, it's Always in the Right, Always in the Right.
Helen Wood,
Sounds
BBUK.
like all the things she said, all the things she said. Always in the
that's,
right, always in the right,
that's
always in the right,
that's the
always in the
Dave
right,
Wall
always in the
remix.
right.
You pigeon-chested twat.
That's the next one.
Because it was from the same conversation, I think.
Probably. That was number 13, let's
That
just
is a
say.
good insult. Let's be real. That is a good insult. Helen
In
Wood is a cunt, but she can deliver a good fucking insult. You can't deny it.
and a really good haircut. In at number 14, it is You are plotting a very devious plan,
Ah, that should be number one.
in brackets, or a very dirty plan. Um,
Misquoted. The
in
ultimate
at
misquoted.
number 15. Now listen.
That's one of yours.
Shout out to Davina.
Most of our
Uh,
quotes are BBUK, it seems. Are there any BBUS ones?
it's funny you should say that. In at number 17,
Oh.
it is What does a snake do? In brackets, that thing with the tongue.
We've mentioned that at least 17 times tonight. But it's
In at
funny because
number
all these quotes, shush, let me interject. All these quotes are like from the most inconsequential people. Do you know what I mean? Like Casey Batchelor's mum, Dominique, like
oh yeah.
like Andrew from BBUK. Like they're the people like those twins who we can't even remember the name of. Like the most stupid people. Like they're not like big hitters quotes. They're just like the most stupid thing that we've just caught onto, and it's just absolutely stupid.
In at
That's
number I don't know, 17. Don't know what the charts are. It
107.
is louder and louder and
Louder,
louder.
louder.
And if you do want to check out my interview with Stacey Francis, that's on the YouTube channel. Go
Don't
fucking
bother,
watch
it's
it.
boring.
Hey, that was a good. I will have you know that was a good interview. I was really
No,
proud of myself.
your
That
interview was
interview.
good. She's just boring.
I can't remember what she said to me, but I thought it was a good interview. In at number 18, it's Sandy. Be careful.
That is a classic.
From Big Brother UK 3 back in 2002.
This is good. I'm enjoying this section.
In at number 19,
700.
700. It is Don't be bitter, glitter.
Glitter. Shout out Sarah Harding.
That's not even a quote. That is a
do,
tattoo
do,
from Big Brother UK Celebrity Big Brother winner Sarah Harding.
do our international listeners know about what's happening to Sarah Harding? It's going to bring the mood down, isn't it?
I mean, probably not, but we had sad news. If you don't know who Sarah Harding is, she's a member of Girls Aloud and
She
a
was in Big
winner
Brother.
of Celebrity Big Brother UK.
Well,
Just the day after last week when we had the announcement about Nikki's fundraiser from Ryland's tweet, the next day in the Saturday papers there was an interview with Sarah Harding about her status with cancer, and I don't think anyone got to read that full interview because it was behind a paywall unless you bought the magazine. But what I saw and took from that was that it said that she probably won't have another Christmas, which is fucking awful.
yeah, we already knew that she was terminally ill, I think, didn't we?
Yeah, I think so. It's some terrible stage of cancer that she had that she announced.
Stage 4.
So, 4.
I was talking to my friend Nikki about that, and she was saying, yeah, stage 4, they can basically manage it, but you you might live 2 or 3 years, but it's not recoverable from.
That's so horrible.
And I think she's younger than me, actually.
Hey Siri, how old is Sarah Harding?
Sarah Harding is 39 years old.
You're right. She's 39.
39.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Could you hear my Australian Siri? Barely.
Fetishizing the Australians.
I just like
Good day, mate. Hey,
in
guys.
In at number. I want you to say number
20.
In at number 20, it's I'm a legend.
I just said that earlier. Laurie, you got these right.
In at
You've got to do
number,
you've got to do the hand motion. I'm a legend.
I'm a legend. In at number 462, it's The Alien Has Arrived.
Oh, that is a classic. That is good.
In at number
You can put back in
19, it's it's Dash Bear Water in her face.
Oh.
I
Full
swear
Space
that
Race.
is not even the right quote.
Yeah, it is.
In at number
Well,
9, it's Hey Peter.
I was thinking about Hey Peter when I was listening to Peter Brown on that podcast because he was talking about Marsha the Beast and saying like the elite club that get to speak to Marsha, and I was thinking, calm down, Hey Peter.
In at
It was good.
number 37, it's Butter. That's one of yours.
That's that's my sister speak ripper. Another podcast I'm ripping off. I don't think
Now,
sister speak is covering BBCAN.
okay,
I'm waiting for one to come up, which has not come up yet.
this is the top 5, I think. There's 5 left, I think.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding.
In at number 5, it's 1 Mississippi, 2
Ah,
Mississippi.
that should
And
be
it's,
number one.
that's in blue for some reason. In at number 4, it's absolutely fantastic.
We've not been saying that for a while.
Is that
That's old school.
who is that?
Ash Harrison. That was a BB on Bile favorite.
In at number 3, it's You Better Know Yourself.
Little girl.
Little girl, if you're talking about me. In at number 2, it's You Can and You Will.
That is good.
In at number 1, topping the chart for the 3rd consecutive week, it's Washing Machine.
That's what I was hoping for. Yes. Yes. That was what I was hoping for. The only other thing that sprung to mind, which I don't know if we say that much, was That's Cute. You know, when Erica left. That's cute.
You said that one. Also, apparently there are notable impressions which include Lindsay's BBUS Sam Bledsoe.
Oh, that's gone.
Come on.
I can't do it anymore because I don't hear her.
Yeah, I warned you. What is it? It's like this. I think you can do it. Come on.
Do it anymore.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Honestly, I can't remember.
it.
I can't remember. I can't remember how she goes. I really.
I don't want to be a robot anymore.
I can't do it anymore. I need to hear it. It's like the woman in the one on Netflix. Like I could do her really well because I've been watching it a lot. Have you been watching the Netflix show, The One? The woman in it talks like this. She talks exactly like this, and she's a CEO, don't you know? So don't fuck with her, or she will come and get you.
No, I haven't seen it, but I've seen the.
Did you watch it? I finished it today.
teaser.
It was actually
Was it
really,
good?
really good. Yeah, it was good.
Do you know what I think
Pretty
about
good.
Netflix? It's like Netflix tells you what to watch, and everyone watches it because it's like this is the top thing on Netflix. It's
And
kind of
one was
like,
bad.
yeah, it's kind of like it takes the thought out of TV viewing. It's like you don't have a choice. Netflix decided this is what you're going to watch now.
It's fine by me. I don't even pay for Netflix.
No, neither do we, but we watch it. The other notable impression is Gaz's, CBBUK's, and Widdicombe. It's more of a Yoda impression, to be honest with you, but
That is a
it's
good
applied to Anne
impression.
Widdicombe. I don't even know
Straighten my hair, I will.
a danger to the royal family she is. And Rodrigo Alves. Thing is, I used to have more of a Rodrigo impression, which was not just the washing
What else
machine
did he
quote,
say?
but I can't remember what it was.
He said something about someone being cute. Oh, you're cute or something.
Oh no, that's that's a problematic quote that we can.
Oh,
Washing machine. We can never repeat that one. No, what was it? Oh.
Rodrigo gone Spanish. Hold on, she's not even Rodrigo. Rebecca.
Jessica
Oh,
Alves. But you know,
I was
we would always
confused with the other
remember
Rodrigo. I was confused with the
Rodrigo.
other Rodrigo.
Oh yeah, you were. Jesus.
There's a lot of Rodriguez having gender reassignment. Is that what it's called these days?
I don't know. It sounds kind of old-fashioned. That
It just
transitioning,
doesn't.
I would say.
Careful, reassignment.
Uh,
That doesn't sound like you're being deployed to the army.
Not Lindsay. Laurie says I'll send an addendum at some point if there's more to add after I've listened to the Big Brother Bile episodes. Oh
Oh,
God, she's going back through the archives.
that's the good old days, Laurie.
She says Sons Gaz, but I bet there's some good ones in those early recordings with James. Mm.
The shame. Well, if there is, I'm
It'll
sure.
be
Yeah,
well.
well, that's the main one. Is well, that's pretty much it. I actually texted James today and said, "Well,"
And
so
also,
that's
he'd do anything for you. That's what I remember from the BB on
Oh,
Pile. But
a lot of our ones are stolen from that era, but we've got a lot of our own ones too. And
I mean,
I think
Eco Chic is from the BB
yeah,
Bile era. Let's unpack
Hair
it.
or Scare was another one. We don't really do that anymore though.
We could do it though. I feel like we
Yeah.
could, but it's only if someone's got bad hairstyle, really, that you come up with that, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, surely Kiefer is the ultimate hair or Scare.
Oh, he's the scare to rule them all. um,
Let me just check my notes because I might have them.
do you know, it's funny because obviously I used to be a Big Brother Bile listener, and
And then you killed
I
James.
can't remember what that was like. Like, what is it like now? It's probably nothing like what BB on Bile was like.
Oh God, I
BB
dread
on
to think what
Bile, BB on Bile.
I dread to think what it was like. I think it used to be quite horrible. I think it was like pre Be Kind days, isn't it? Um, I'll tell you. Actually, I was texting James about BB Canada. He won't listen to this. So I'll tell you what he said. I said BB Can has been decent, not exactly BB14, but good for BB Can. He said, I like it. The jocks are a bit generic, but I like the weirdos. What jocks? Plus Wendy's. I like the house,
Ty
but
and Ty and Judson, I guess.
yeah. I like the house, but it's a bit over fussy. Good gameplay too. Well, awful really, but they do try. That's his comments. Fair enough.
Oh,
That was our entire conversation. It's nice to know you're still watching it.
Well, I think Victoria's done some really good gameplay in the last week.
She has. He
And
probably hadn't seen that bit yet.
it's a shame that she's probably going this week.
Oh, I hope she doesn't. She's so good. Oh, you people hating on Victoria, just stop. She's a nice girl. She's had a hard childhood, and I think she's very versatile as a player. So let's keep her in.
Yeah, I
Canada
think
can
that,
save
yeah.
her. Need a twist, twist.
Well, also don't forget, like if Kiefer does come for her, she could potentially win a veto. That will be the hope. The hope will be that because I can't imagine Kiefer not putting Victoria up after last week. That if that happens, that hopefully an oddball wins the veto. If not Victoria herself, then someone like Braden who will save her.
I don't think so. Could Kiefer have
Why?
bigger fish to fry? Who else could Kiefer go after?
Who else could Kiefer go after? I don't think there's anyone else for him to go after. I think it will without doubt be Victoria and a pawn by her side, but I'm not sure who the pawn could be.
Pawn by my side.
Who could the pawn be?
You ever were. What?
By the way, can I just say I'm drinking last week's wine. This is what's come.
Oh, I thought you were drinking my lime soda.
I'll finish that.
I was just seeing if there was anything else, but I think that's pretty much it.
No emails from Lorcan. No emails from.
I swear we had more emails. I
Anthony S from Stitcher.
I swear I saw emails come through and I right clicked on them, so they weren't spoiling me.
Well, if you put them somewhere, then they're not where I thought they were.
Where the fuck have I put them?
There aren't any emails. That's the problem.
What?
Anyway, there aren't any emails, and that's the problem.
Hold on, let me look in the bin. Hold on, this actually says bin and not trash.
Mine says trash.
Mine says bin.
And there's no mail in there.
No,
listen, to all of you lovely
Now
Big Brother
listen.
Canada listeners, now listen. There's like a couple of hundred of you at least listening to this, possibly more, depending on where you're consuming it. We know that you care about the show. We want to hear your views, and we don't want an empty inbox. So please email us next week to bbonblastpod@gmail.com and have your voice via our voices on the podcast. Thank you.
Have you ever had a sexually transmitted infection? Contact BB on Blast.
Yeah, let us know. Which STI would you most like to get?
Are you gay? Are you straight? Are you something in between? Let us know. We want all the girly boys and all the
Yeah.
boily girls to
Let
contact us.
let us know your coming out story. We really want to hear it, just like Jedson.
Someone did tell us their coming out story once, and it was really nice.
They came out to
Remember?
their dog. I really want to
Yeah.
hear from that person again. Are they
Who
still
was
listening
that?
to us?
I've forgotten, but they were lovely. But I don't think they watched Big Brother Canada. I felt like we'd done something then.
You what?
I
You
felt
felt
like
like we'd
we'd
done something.
achieved something like in our
So did
lives.
I, especially myself, because I think they said like I was inspiring in some way, and I was
No,
like,
I think they thought I had inspired them to come out.
Yeah, I would really like to know how that person is, and I hope they're okay.
That's it. We're done, aren't we? We're just drunk and rambling on.
We are so done. We were done about 20 minutes ago.
I was just dragging it out just because I'm like on my own tonight. I'm just
You're
lonely.
like, no, there must be more emails. There must be more.
Oh,
You're like,
let's have some
let's read this email from PayPal.
Yeah, we've got YouTube comments and all, but we won't put you through those.
Do we have YouTube comments? I didn't see the
Yeah,
YouTube comments.
we've got loads. You want to read them?
I'd like to know what they say. Yeah, let's have a look.
Look in the
Right.
email inbox. There's like,
It's not in the email inbox. I'm opening up YouTube.
go on then.
By the way, we're putting these podcasts on YouTube as well because it's lockdown and everyone needs a treat.
Yeah, these YouTubes ain't gonna last forever. Once we're back together, we ain't filming ourselves. Are you fucking nuts? We're gonna be like lolling around with our tongues hanging out. We ain't gonna be on YouTube.
Dean BL, who must be Dean Barney, said on YouTube.
Hi, Dean.
Use echo effects more and more. I cackle every time.
Echo.
No, I don't know. Did you click like on that? Because that's got 2 likes. People are.
I liked
agreeing with
everything that was left.
Oh, okay. Chuck Lang has been in touch.
Chuck Lang's been with me since the BB on Bar days.
Linz, your lighting and makeup is spot on. You look fantastic. No wonder you wanted these comments on the fucking podcast.
I thought he was being sarcastic. I looked awful last week.
You said you're very kind of like an apparition.
I did. I look like a hologram.
Fucking hell, there's 14 comments on this YouTube video. Matthew Pegazzani said, yes, I hope these YouTube video versions continue post-COVID when you're back on the couch. No, they won't.
No.
Did you reply?
Not unless you pay us.
They most certainly will not. Joy Michelle has responded and said, Nikki has had anorexia since she was 8 years old. Yeah, I realized you said since she was a teenager, and it was since before.
Since she was 8.
And the gymnastics coach said her bottom was too heavy.
That is so bad. Do you know what? You often hear that. It's just like one comment that sets someone off like that.
As a result, Nikki has never been through puberty. Fucking hell. She's never had a period. She's been so thin, she's been in a coma. But she keeps rallying, and maybe one more time is possible.
Oh, that's a nice comment. Hope so. That's a rather serious comment.
Somebody's posted a dodgy link, which I don't dare click on. Okay, now. Dean Barney getting excited that Michelle Visage is on the Ellen Deck show tonight.
Did I reply to that?
He said boo. How do you even see this come through? I don't.
They come through to the BB on Blast inbox.
Oh, do they? Chuck Lang again said thoughts on Austin's choice of jeans fashion, eek or chic. Still waiting for her to wear yoga pants. Bit creepy, Chuck. Bit creepy. They're waiting for the yoga pants.
Chuck appreciates a nice looking lady like me. I'm not sure I've noticed her jeans. Have you?
No, I haven't.
I'm gonna look out for it next week. Don't worry.
But I think that they're going to be a sort of
You've got to be
kind
ripped.
of not highly waisted, but you know where it's like
Oh,
reveals the midriff. No, low rise. I think a low rise is the style. I reckon.
Mm.
I think she wears a low rise with a crop top. Dean Barney said, "Is it wrong that I'm pleased that BBK still holds the top spot with Ofcom? I can tell you that that is no longer the case. Did you know that?
Oh,
Piers Morgan has topped the complaints for Piers Morgan have topped Jed Goody and Shilpa Shetty CBB UK race route.
that upsets me. I prefer Jade being top of the tree.
We all do here at PB on Blast." Um,
We don't endorse
Chuck,
those views though.
Chuck again, he's obviously been commenting as watching, said the game in the sponsorship room is called slot hockey,
Oh,
aka bubble hockey.
I've never heard of that. Have you?
Not bubble hockey. No, I've heard of air
Mm.
hockey.
Mm. Oh, I
Um,
like air hockey. That's fun. With the where you push the thing along when you're on holiday.
I've gone back to the first video, and
Oh no.
Renfrace commented and said, "Lindsay looks
Oh,
like
I
an
like them.
apparition from a
Oh,
budget ghost movie with that fake green screen."
I didn't even have a fake green. Gaz is the one who had a fake green screen.
I don't even have a. I can't even do a background here. Um,
Renfrace is correct and Chuck is wrong.
Julie going was a shame, but she did call herself an influencer. Such a cringe term, says Renfrace. Showing your age
Hmm.
there, Renfrace.
I like Renfrace. I've known Renfrace for years.
I wonder
Years
if
and
the
years.
Blast Awards has got any comments. One. Oh, um, God, I've got a haircut in that one. Jesus.
Yes, I was just looking at your hair and I think it actually looks quite good.
I'm making the best of it. I feel a bit like that Sam guy that won Big Brother that time.
Oh, that cunt.
Yeah, a
Um,
bit like him.
have you trimmed it yourself at all?
No,
Hmm,
nothing. This is just the way it's grown.
I think it looks all right. Maybe you should grow it.
Mm,
The man bun.
look at the greys on the
I like
side.
the grey.
Let me
Gaz,
put
the
this
grey.
little Superman thing.
Gaz, the grey looks really good.
I hate the greys. So
The,
old.
listeners, can you comment on YouTube? The grey looks really, really good. Oh, our audio listeners are like, what?
For Gaz to dye his hair. Click.
No, don't. Guys dyeing their hair is awful.
Hey, you did it for me one day.
That's different. Like if it's a colour, but not dyeing it to cover the
To
greys,
cover the greys, yeah.
like Paul McCartney.
Richie commented, which I guess could be Richie W.
Richard,
Forever, but I'm not sure.
it must be Richard Watkins. He always retweets us.
Said about the BB on the Blast Awards that we did before Canada started. Said honestly, love everything about this. So that was nice.
Oh, thank you. And thanks for always retweeting us. We really appreciate it. I wish our other listeners would retweet us more.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for all those retweets with Richie. That concludes all of the comments I can possibly drag out of the
Sure, you were
YouTube.
really fascinated by that, listeners.
Thank you to everyone that watched on YouTube. We actually had
Thanks
126 views on that last video, which is more than I expected.
Thanks to Towie. Thanks to my mum. Thanks to Our Lady. Thanks to Janelle
Larissa
the cat.
Cox, the cat that comes on my balcony every now and then, to Zingbot, Dr. Will.
Yes, what about those old zings you unearthed earlier?
Who did those zings?
It was Luke, I think. Gaz like WhatsApp me these things like, what the fuck is this? Did Lorcan do these? So I think it was
Somebody
Luke.
said the smartest thing that's going to come out of Gaz's mouth is a
A
dick.
penis.
A penis.
It was Luke. It was Luke. Gaz was like, what the hell is this?
I'd had no recollection. I was like, what is this that I just found? Because
I
I was trying to
remember.
clear space on my laptop.
I remember listening. It said I should zip up my mouth with a glue stick.
You know what we haven't done?
Hmm.
The BB on Blast versus Julie Girl BBCAN9 draft.
That's because they're not paying any attention to it. Or are they? Actually, I'm one behind. They might be.
No, they did mention the draft at the end. So,
Who's winning? Is it us?
Laurie, our lovely loyal listener, did us an image so it's clearer who is on the draft. Now, if you were listening to the draft section last week,
Oh,
You might hear Lindsay going, "Oh, who's this? Oh, I can't see Zach on there. What's wrong?"
I fucked up my microphone. I think. Is it all right?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
And she's like, "Oh, I can't see James. Oh, there's no black person on here. There's two women on here." She was so confused, and I realized it's because Laurie had sent an image of her own draft, which I think is with like Rowan and maybe Lorcan and Luke. And you must have been looking at their draft. No wonder you couldn't make head nor tail of it.
Well, I was drunk.
So, who went this week again? Who was evicted?
Latoya.
Latoya. This week, Latoya was evicted, which means that the player in the BB in the in the BB on Blast versus Judy Girl BBCAN9 draft to lose a housemate was Zach.
Ah. Sorry, Zach.
Which means that Lindsay, you still have Beth, Kyle, Tashawn, and a former house guest / wildcard in play.
What the hell happened with that shit?
They're not coming.
Thanks, Arissa.
James still has Austin, Braden, and Tina in play.
Not bad. Not a bad.
Zach has Kiefer, Rohan, and Tara.
Oh, Zach, that ain't good.
And I have Jedson, Victoria, yay, strong player, and a former house guest who will never turn up in play.
I think Jedson is a good shot as well.
Yeah, that means that I've got 1, 2. Right, combined, we have got 5 players, and Judy Girl have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. So we're kind of at a disadvantage, but 2 of those we've got both of these like wild cards that James decided to put in, which actually fucked us over. So I'm calling it a fix there.
You never know; the wild cards might still come in.
You imagine Sheldon comes in.
No, Peter Brown was talking about this. Apparently, Alison come in week 3 with the butt veto in the war room.
Yeah, but they were in there for like a week before, were they not?
I remember Ashleen came in like quite a way into BBK.
Ashleen, yes, she did.
Have you seen Ashleen's new butt?
No.
She had butt implants. I saw it in my magazine.
Oh, Ashleen, stop.
I know.
You're fine as you are. Stop.
I know.
Anyway,
we can wrap this up. I'm literally just drunk and just chatting shit.
It's time to wrap it up because I've nearly finished my glass of week-old wine.
It's time to go. Hold on, talking of that, when is BB Australia back on? Give us that info.
If you're interested in Big Brother Australia, they are starting to tease their new housemates, but be careful when you watch those housemate teasers on Twitter because Big Brother Australia, if you don't know about it yet, it's now a pre-record. It was all recorded in 2020. So BBAU 2021, it's a done deal. It's happened. Apart from the final is live, isn't it? So perhaps they don't know who's won, but they definitely know who the finalists are.
So what spoilers have you seen? Not obviously don't tell me the spoilers, but what kind of thing?
Well, I've seen basically now they've teased 2 housemates on Twitter, and I'm fine with knowing who the housemates are. Like, I'm gonna find out anyway eventually. But all I need to see at this stage of the game is their VT, their background, their audition footage, maybe. But if you watch the videos in their entirety, they go into like the house and the diary room and also the competitions. So I've seen like the format of a few of the comps, which I don't want to see yet. I've seen like diary rooms and like the thing is like I've seen the new house already in a teaser that they did last year, whatever, like ages ago. But stuff like the diary room, I just feel like you keep that on hold, don't you, until like launch because it's exciting.
I mean, the BB Australia house isn't never like, the BB Canada house, is it? It's not like, it's just a house, isn't it? Or is it?
I mean, in the past, I feel like it's been a bit more elaborate than it is now. Like the last BBS Australia house was very much like this is the basic package of Big Brother. Don't you feel like
Basic.
it's like basic bitches? Yeah, it's like this is how we do Big Brother now. Like if you want to run Big Brother in your country, but it's like on a budget, like consider this. Like
Hmm.
the house is
And
sort of purple and there's like wood. And
and
like,
what about
if you look at the Netherlands house now, which is they've revived this year after maybe like a sort of 5 year break or whatever, it looks really kind of similar in essence to the Australia house.
oh really? And what about the casting for Big Brother? Half people of color, half white people.
In Australia, you'll be lucky.
As a joke.
um, do you know what? Speaking about Big Brother Netherlands, by the way, obviously, like
Now I
the
bet they're forward thinking.
Netherlands is the birthplace of Big Brother. That's where it all started. So
They've
for
been
me,
smoking weed and they come up with that.
no, do you know what? The person that came up with Big Brother in the Netherlands did
Wasn't
so.
it John? Wasn't it John DeMol?
No, it was the person who like wrote the Human Centipede or something. Honestly, there's like a
Are you
connection between the
serious?
Human Centipede and the guy who conceptualized Big Brother is the same person.
Fuck off. Is that
I'm
true?
I'm not even joking. I've seen it on a documentary about Big Brother UK. It's fucked. Like, are you surprised? Really?
That is fucked. I don't believe that. I'm going to look that up after the
Look that
show.
up. But anyway, I was really interested by the revival of Big Brother in the Netherlands because that's where it came from, and that kind of like gave me hope that if it can come back in the Netherlands where it all started, it can come back in
Hmm.
the UK.
It's
Um,
coming home. It's coming home. It's
it's
coming.
coming, Big Brother's
He's coming
coming home.
home.
Um, so basically, I started to follow the Dutch season through Instagram, and I was really trying to understand. What's interesting is, and what blew my mind to begin with was, they're not only Netherlands people but also Belgian people. So they're
Netherlands.
they're Dutch people and Belgian people because
Hmm.
in Belgium and in the Netherlands they both speak Flemish.
Do they?
And believe it or not, I think certain parts of Belgium, I don't know, but it's a sort of multi-country Big Brother. Weirdly,
Hmm.
so I was like following it and I was watching it and I was trying to make like follow what was going on, but it's hard. Like Flemish is a really different language. You can get the gist at times, but like when you really get into it, like you're not going to follow it. But there was this one housemate who I managed to deduce from like the bio and the background is an international super fan of Big Brother in the Netherlands. So I reached out to this guy and was like, "Do you want to come on a podcast and talk about international Big Brother?" And he's literally just ignored me.
I'm not
he
surprised.
um he he was evicted earlier than I had thought he would be. And I was watching some clips on Instagram and trying to work out like why did he get evicted because he seemed really popular. And then it turned out that
Hmm.
he
Is it a twist?
no he I thought yeah it must be a twist. I was like what's going on? And I was watching these videos and in the week that he was evicted he like sat on he like sat on the stove and he like cracked the stove. You know when it's like a glass topped stove. And I was like, oh,
Oh
did
yeah.
they evict? I was like, did they evict him because he like broke the cooker? But it turns out
Hmm.
that he self evicted
Oh.
because apparently he was like playing. He was really playing the game strategically, and then he felt really bad about doing it. So I want to know like
Like Kiefer.
why. I want to know about his experience of being a
Hmm.
housemate. He obviously really wanted it. He was a big super fan of Big Brother, but he decided to self evict in the end because he felt like he was
Sounds like Tyler.
morally bankrupt or something. I'm like, that's quite interesting. I kind of want to know more, but I haven't tried again since I asked him last time. So maybe I will.
I think if he's not replied, just leave.
Maybe, but yeah, I'd like to talk to a fellow international super fan who has been inside Big Brother. It'd be cool.
Hmm.
So
Just contact.
Joey, if you're listening to this, I think he's called Joey or Joey. I'm not really sure. Get on the podcast. Give us a tweet.
Howie, that's my cat. So, what you've learnt from BB on last night is John DeMol wrote The Human Centipede.
It's not John DeMott.
That is fucked. Right, we need to wrap this up.
Yeah, we do. It's time to go.
Follow me on Twitter, like at VM.
Follow me on Twitter at @BB_superfan.
Follow BB on Blast.
At BB on Blast on Twitter.
Read my book, First Aid Kit Girl, and leave it a positive review to counteract the evil Johnny Depp fans.
Look out for our videos on YouTube and check out our Facebook, BB on Blast.
Listen to look at our website, bbonblast.com, and you can listen to us on Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, Spreaker,
Amazon Music.
Amazon Music if you're old.
Actually, Stitcher's not really working yet, I don't think, but try it.
And that's why Anthony S hasn't emailed us. He can't
We've got
hear
a duplicate
us.
feed out there, so be careful. But we're on Spotify, we're on iTunes, we're on Amazon Music, and we're on RedCircle, and Stitcher, and Spreaker now.
Leave us a YouTube comment. Let us know what you think of our appearance this week. Are we looking good? Should we change it up?
Should I cut my hair? Should I dye my hair?
Yeah, should I go around classes and shave his hair? Okay, let's go.
Thanks for listening, and also email us to bbonblastpod@gmail.com. Please, I'd just like a couple more emails to read out next week.
I don't want more emails because by this point, I'm tired.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.